Hi everyone, welcome to TVON. Happy Friday. My name is Joyce. Thank you so much for being here with me on this very special Friday evening. As you know, today we have a very important show because of the fact that today's show happens to coincide with a pretty important, pretty hyped up ball game. So I know for a fact that, management is not going to be watching, which means I get to bring out the pieces that they said do not bring out anymore, okay? So that includes this Paraiba right here, okay? Now, I know the last couple of times you saw me, I've been harping on and on and on about our Paraiba rings, and those were actually smaller in size compared to this that I have right here, okay? So aside from this ring, I do have a near perfectly matching necklace to go along with it too. Both of these stones are over 4 carats, and for the pricing, if you guys remember Paraiba pricing maybe even like 3-4 years ago, that is where we are going to be going. So very special show today. Trapiche emerald necklace is here. I don't have many, visible emotional reactions to such things, but I saw this Trapiche emerald necklace and I went, oh my. I went, wait a second, come again? So that is here today as well, and the brand new pieces are here. Again, don't have too many of the brand news, but where I do have brand new, they are very, very unique in the style, so I think you guys will like them. As well as blue zircons. The larger blue zircon stones have been pretty popular as of late, so I thought, you know what, just keep on going with the discounting there. As well as some private collection pieces, of course. Brand new Kunzite today. Emerald earrings. That's all I'm going to say. Emerald earrings are here. Our largest Russian demantoid that has, I think, 12 certs combined. It was either 11 or 12 certs, but every single stone in this Russian demantoid ring is certified. So very excited about that, as well as, again, any requests are welcome. Now, I do have to shout out a piece that I don't actually have up here today, and that is that pear-shaped blue-green Brazilian Paraiba GI certified inner ring. Last I checked a couple days ago, it was still here. I just have to shout out that piece because today I have a necklace that is, smaller in terms of the center gemstone. It's not GI certified. The color is pretty nice, but it is fairly included, and the necklace that I have here right in front of me is $79.99. So, it's just got a simple halo of diamonds on the bail, and a chain. But I mean, when you consider the sizes of those two pieces, like, I would really just, invest into that ring. So if you want to see the ring, it is that pear shape, blue-green, very clean, with blue and white diamonds in a ring. Again, it's not a small ring. I don't know how that's still here, if it is still here. If it's not still here, then congrats to whoever got it. But I just have to say, if you're looking for a Brazilian Paraiba, just let me know. All right, speaking of tourmalines, let us get started with the very first item of today, which does happen to be a tourmaline. Now, it is going to be our bicolor. Let us take a look at the wheel right here. Now, you're wondering, uh-oh, she brought out the large pieces yet again, very first item of the day. It's time to turn off the show and go watch the ball game. Now, before you leave me, hear me out. This is 1118775. This is typically a $10,000 ring. As you can see, it is a 1747 center stone. It's got a decent amount of diamonds at 66 points, and it's in the yellow gold. This is, again, a very clean bicolor tourmaline. This is not, included. It's not of a muted color. It's not, it's a rather gorgeous stone, if I must say so myself, right? Now, here is where I'm a little bit confused, because in today's day and age, you can probably recreate this entire ring for $99.99, okay? If any of you guys watching me right now happen to have your local jeweler on, speed dial, or, have their messages, like, text them right now. screenshot this ring and just ask them, how much would it cost to just get that 1747 bicolor tourmaline loose in today's pricing, okay? And the answer is probably going to be in the range of $59.99, which, surprise, surprise, this entire ring is not even $59.99. It's here for someone who, you know, if you don't wear larger rings, I totally get it, but this truly is a piece that you can just get from us today and just turn right around and maybe even just sell it to your local jeweler and get double the money back, right? I'm being totally serious here. And again, has to say like it is in the yellow gold just because of, you know, the price that we're gonna do here, but it is near impossible. And honestly, it is pretty much impossible to get a stone in this size with this, you know, color scheme, with this clarity too, by the way. Don't get me wrong, just because TVON only has very clean tourmaline does not mean that the rest of the world has very clear like tourmalines, okay? But here's what we're gonna do on this ring right here. And let me just grab it one more time here to show you guys, you know, into the stone. I mean, again, it's got the clarity, it's got the size, it is bright. You know, you can see that beautiful ombre of color where it goes from those, you know, kind of like a strawberry reds into those minty or green colors, right? It's a beautiful stone. It's very clean. Those diamonds are sizable. It's got a nice asymmetric kind of design. And again, this is an item that was created, you know, many, many years ago before the price of gold, you know, is where it's at right now, right? And yet we should really be adjusting ourselves to match, you know, today's pricing range for truly everything you see in this ring. And yet we are not. This is what it looks like from the side. And again, you can still see a very beautiful, you know, gradient of this center stone. It is an absolutely beautiful piece. Again, from the back, still, it's gorgeous. And from the back, you should be able to see any sort of inclusions that are inside the stone. And guess what? I don't see a single thing. This is one of those pieces where it's a large stone. You should be able to see any sort of imperfection in the stone, and yet you do not, right? A lot of gold for a larger stone. Totally get that. It's totally fair. This is what it looks like on the hand as well. Again, it's a beautiful piece, right? It's just barely knuckle to knuckle, but truly, you know, you shouldn't just get things just because I say get them, but this is one of those pieces where you could get it and you could just, you know, again, the day you get it, just run out to your local jeweler and be like, hey, how much you want to pay for this, right? They'll probably be very happy with $59.99. And yet, that is not what we are going to do here today. Do not consider this gold weight as very, you know, very minimal or, you know, barely there, right? It's a large, substantial stone. It requires a lot. It has a lot, right? And here is what we are going to do. Again, a beautiful, you know, two colors coming together in the center where, you know, when you get the greens and the reds, when they mix together, it makes a rather, you know, unflattering color. But here is where, you know, Mother Nature goes, you know, extreme on the design of the stone and makes it an absolutely stunning piece. And it's not even going to be $4,999. Guys, truly, if this piece does not go, we might just have to take it apart, melt it down, and just, I don't know, do whatever with the center stone. But it's not even going to be $49.99. Call me now. I don't have another piece in the inventory of this size and of this value. Here is truly where you can get to shop the value here. If you would like this ring right here, right now, we are going to make it $2,999. You cannot get that center stone loose for $29.99. You can maybe try and rebuild the mounting for $29.99, but for that loose stone by itself, absolutely not possible. This truly is where we take a $10,000 ring and drop it all the way down to $29.99. This does not happen every single day. This only happens here at TVON, which is why you are seeing it as the very first item of today. This is going to go, you know, take it apart if you want. But again, guys, if you've been a fan of the bicolor tourmaline, you cannot get that loose stone loose for even $29.99. call me on this one. Let me know if you would like to grab it here today. And next up, we do have a gorgeous, I gotta do it to you, a gorgeous black opal. Here it is. This is 1126068. And my, oh my, isn't it such a beautiful stone? This is our platinum black opal. And it's got a gorgeous, I must say, I am quite surprised by the amount of green in this piece, simply because I do see this as a more neutral gray base color. And, you know, I don't know, there's something about it. I would typically expect more of the blues, which, you know, the blues are there, but to see the greens here and also the reds, I mean, there is something about this that kind of makes me think of ammolite. But this right here is our 298 center stone with, surprise, surprise, a carat 77 of your diamonds. Now, silly us, silly TVON, again, making the same mistakes over and over again. These are not only your round white diamonds, but also your tapered baguettes. So, no breakdown there, but total, everything combined, a carat 77. Has to say like it is in the platinum. It is a gorgeous stone. I mean, I was looking at it in person, you know, on my hand in different lightings, and from every which angle, it looked completely different. And yet from here, looks like a totally different stone from what I was seeing, you know, just in the other room, right? So this is the magical aspect of opals, and from here you can kind of see the pinks and the purples come through, which is super exciting. But again, there is every single opal I've had so far, I just absolutely love. This is of no exception here. This is our $49.99 black opal ring. Again, a gorgeous piece, everyday wearable, true to size on this one. And I mean, this is one of those rings where you can't just look at it like from here and then from here and then be like, oh yeah, I know everything about the stone, right? You look at it from here and what do you see? I mean, more of the purples, the pinks, the reds, the greens are intense. Like, this is such a beautiful piece, a gorgeous stone. This is for any of our opal lovers out there who, you know, maybe is like me, a little bit crazy, a little bit obsessed about these stones. Let's take a look at it on the hand actually, because I'm actually very, you know, intrigued as to, wow. Now, I'm sure you guys remember, but from what I could count, we had opals twice in the past where it really made me think of, you know, a cat's eye phenomena stone, right? Now, this is not a cat's eye opal, but I mean, just looking at it from here, it kind of is giving that same exact vibe where it could, you know, kind of feels like a cat's eye effect to me, which I think is really cool. And this is, again, brand new today, but, you know, it's not going to be a scary high price tag. I mean, look at that, right? A lot of our opals, we see a lot of the greens, and yet there is definitely something about this where, you know, that green, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the green and the gray where it just automatically draws me in. I am intrigued by this stone, and this truly is one of those special stones. No two stones out there are exactly the same. You cannot copy and paste this, right? It's never going to happen, right? 0% chance of it happening. And here, we're not even gonna make this one $29.99 here today. I mean, I wish I could keep it on here and just, you know, obsess over it, but I just gotta price it, get it out the door to one of you guys watching today. I mean, right, there's so many different colors. And again, this is not the ideal lighting for any sort of black opals, but here we go. We're gonna put it back up close and see if anyone would like to add this one to their collection here. I mean, I flipped it around here, so that's why it looks a little different, but you can kind of see what I mean by it almost looks like a portion of the stone has its own little cat's eye effect, which I think is really cool. And if you would like this one, we're just gonna get it out the door here. We're gonna make it $19.99 to the very first caller who says, yes, please, I don't have an opal that does that, and I will take it. So $19.99 on this one. Let me know if you'd like to grab it. Again, there is that pure neutral gray base tone, which is perfect for opals. Now, grays, typically, we don't really desire them in the colored gemstone world, but in this case, I mean, you truly do need one of those neutral base colors to just really make the colors pop. Am I right? So Here it is, $19.99 for any of my opal lovers out there. And if you have a request, please do let me know. Again, brand new Kunzite today, which I'm very excited about. This opal is here for the time being. If you want to see a quick little flash of our largest Russian demantoid, I got it right here. So there it is, our largest Russian demantoid in a ring. Every single stone you see in this ring is certified. Never had that happen before. Very excited. Let me know if you would like to see it, or if you just have any, general questions about price range, the information. Feel free to call your operators and ask them. And opal is here for the time being. Anyone want a Trapiche emerald necklace? Okay, so forgive me for going to the museum this early in the show. But this is going to be 1123398, and it looks a little something like this. Once upon a time, I thought that Trapiche emeralds were so rare that I would never be able to see even a single stone, right? I've seen pictures, pictures of stones that were not as flattering. They were more of a grayish color than a ideal green. And you couldn't really see the spoke designs in these stones either, right? They were just, kind of like when you draw a line on a piece of paper with ink and then you kind of spill water on it. It kind of looked like that, right? And then I saw this necklace and I was like, wow, someone pinch me. Am I dreaming, or is this reality? We've always known TVON to be pretty impressive when it comes to getting these high-end pieces, top quality, of course. We're not just going to settle for less just because there's very limited material out there, right? We are going to give you the absolute best of the best in quality and the absolute best of the best in value. Something like this, there's really nothing to compare it to, right? We've had Trapiche emerald rings here, pendants, even bangles and earrings, but there's never something quite like this piece that I'm holding here. So here's what we're gonna do today. This is supposed to be $29,999. This is an entire necklace, so it pretty much goes the entire way back in this necklace for the Trapiches and the diamonds, except for the very back where you have your lobster claw clasp band, truly where you could, wear it with some sort of adjustability. And yet, $30,000, right? If I knew absolutely nothing about this stone, only that it was rare and you barely can get it, then I'd be like, you know what? That's a perfectly fair price, right? $30,000 for 19 stones, right? It's totally fair. Not to mention, you also have a carat 58 of diamonds, right? Forget about diamonds in today's day and age, but you have 861 of your Trapiche emeralds, a carat 58 of diamonds, and $30,000, right? That's fair. And yet, here we are today. It's not even going to be $19,999, right? Just like that. It was so easy for me to just say that, right? Just like that. 2 seconds later, $10,000 discount, right? And, that's a perfectly fine discount too. We do not take discounting lightly for pieces like this, right? But here's where we go, we get a little bit desperate here and there, as you've been seeing, here and there, but we really want someone to have this. Honestly, I'm very surprised that this piece has lasted as long as it did, but that's only the good part for you guys, because then we get a little bit desperate. We're like, you know what, this really has to go. We can't just, hold on to this piece for another day. So here's where I come in, and here's where I give you yet another $10,000 off and make this entire necklace $9,999. How does that sound, right? Is that fair for you guys? Do you guys like that brand new price? Because this entire necklace, 19 stones, 19 Trapiche emeralds for only $99.99, I think that is a fantastic value. That is why it is here today, super early in the show. $99.99 for this one. And the design, It's not exactly like a tennis necklace, but I really like how it almost looks like the trapiches are sitting into the wave of diamonds, right? It's not, you know, single halo here, single halo there, right? That gets kind of old over time, but this is where, you know, it gives it a fresh, more lively sort of look. You can wear this every single day. This is not one of those pieces that, you know, you have to be surrounded by bodyguards just to wear. You know, wear this on the daily. You can, just because of the design and because of the price too, right? So $99.99 on this one. Let me know if you would like to grab it here today. And even if your necklace, you know, moves throughout the day, like I'm just moving it here and you can't really tell that it's off center, right? But that's just, again, the beauty of the design right here. Call me on this one, $99.99. Let's actually bring it over to the neckline here so I can show you what it looks like from a distance away. So even from here, you can see the bright, vibrant green color of the emerald. You can see that wheel design inside every single emerald. And again, that is a lobster claw clasp. It is slightly adjustable there, but $99.99 for this piece. I mean, you cannot get this necklace anywhere else for this price tag. Truly, you know, it's not exactly listed as TVON exclusive, but for that price itself, I would seriously consider this as a TVON exclusive sort of deal. So let's actually go up close so I can show you all of the emeralds one by one, so you are very familiar with what you are getting. And again, if you get this and you're like, you know, maybe Trapiche emeralds are not exactly for me, then send it right on back, right? I do not mind. My feelings will not be hurt. Maybe a little, but you know, you can see how clean the stones are, right? How bright, vivid green they are. All of the diamonds set perfectly here, right? I mean, look at that. It is such a consistent necklace. It's not like, you know, one stone is so horribly off and mismatched that it takes away from the entire piece, right? Every single stone, especially in that bright, vivid emerald green, that is incredibly difficult to do. Just because you see us, you know, making it work here does not mean that it's possible for everyone else, right? So again, just showing you guys every single stone in this necklace right here, $99.99. I simply do not believe it. And here we go. Let me know if you would like to grab it here today. A gorgeous piece yet again. And back to the front we go with our lovely Trapiche emerald necklace. And that is also what it looks like from the back. So again, a lot of 18K white gold to make up this piece. And even from the back, you can see how bright, vibrant green your stones are, how clean the lines are. And only for $99.99 here today. Call me on this one. I'm gonna set it down real quickly. And so you can also see that the way that the curves are done, it's done in such a way that this necklace will have a very hard time flipping, right? As long as you have it, you know, locked in place, it's not going to flip. So it's only going to go this way easily, but once you go the other way, then that's where I meet some resistance, right? So again, it's a very thoughtful, you know, very well done necklace, and it's here for $99.99. Let me know on this one. And next up, I have a gold quartz ring, and believe it or not, out of everything here today, I think this is going to be the one piece that is going to be like kind of a show and tell sort of ring. So here we have 1126368. This is one of those rare instances where you get more gold than quartz, right? So you're looking at it from the front, you're thinking, yep, that's a lot of gold, you know, a fair bit amount of quartz, but what does she mean by that? Well, you see, this is 18K yellow gold in the ring. You have 28 points of just the diamonds. And before I give you that center stone weight, does anyone have a guess? Because I saw this, I immediately thought, you know, surely it must be a mistake because there is no way this center stone is this carat weight. Let me try it on the hand here so you can see, you know, how much on the smaller side this ring is. How much gold it has. And believe it or not, this center stone that you see right here is a 506. I have other 5-carat gold quartz rings in the back right now, and the stone itself is larger than this entire ring. Here is where the gold matters. Here's where you can quite literally see through, just the stone itself and also through the numbers, the weight of this center stone, right? I thought surely it must be a typo, there must have been a mix-up somewhere, right? But we weighed it. We weighed the ring. This is it, guys. This center stone by itself is a 506. I could not believe it, but here it is, where you have a gold quartz, where it's more gold than quartz. And wait till you see it from the back, okay? Now, with all that being said, this is a $39.99 sort of ring, okay? Now, here's where I grab it. I put it back down. We're gonna ooh and ah at the amount of gold that you see from the front, from the side, and then once you look at it from the back, here is where it gets a little bit crazy, because as you can see, pretty much half, if not more, of this stone is just pure gold, right? This is such a cool piece, and the gold goes all the way to the sides and into the back. Here's where you can see truly where, in my opinion at least, this is more gold than quartz, right? This is our 506, small but mighty sort of gold quartz ring. And this is what we're gonna do on the price. We're still gonna give you a great value on this one, even though that center stone is pretty heavy by itself. We're not even going to make this one $2,499. I get it. It's kind of, you kind of look at these pieces visually and you can kind of judge, where it's going to be price-wise. And this is one of those pieces that will absolutely throw everyone off, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it $15.99 for the very first caller who would like to grab it here today. Again, I know it's very unique, right? Out of everything here today, this is one where I gotta really just show and tell, because I honestly never expected it, but here we are, a gold quartz where it is a lot more gold than that quartz present. Yellow gold only on this ring. It's got a nice fair share of round diamonds and baguettes, where again, we once again did not do a breakdown, but again, that's on us. But you get this entire ring for just $15.99. I just simply do not believe it. And we will move on to what I'm now going to call the forbidden Paraiba pieces. The forbidden Paraiba pair. We have the ring and the necklace coming up next. And honestly, they disappeared for a while. I thought that surely they must have sold, or someone must have picked them up to be put on display, which I think is what happened. But it's been a while since I last saw this ring and necklace pairing. It kind of disappeared for a while. Now the ring is going to be 1123416. And this is Paraiba, right? But this is not just your average Paraiba. This is a 449 cushion cut Paraiba in the center. And you've also got an additional 31 points of the Brazilian material as accent stones. And of course, the usual 24 points of diamonds. Now, the other day, I was just, in the back doing some inventorying, right, as I usually do. And I heard a deep sigh from management, and I thought, oh no, what happened this time? Did the gold price go up again? And, I can be kind of, I poke my nose into other people's business, especially when it involves gemstones, right? General gossip, don't care for it. Gemstones, I'm all in, okay? So I thought, what's going on? So I take a look. they're looking at these two pieces, which I assume that had just come back to us. And I heard the words, we should probably not show these pieces again for this price tag. So in my mind, I went, noted, we are going to show it again because it is going to sell. So here they are. Here is our $449. Now the necklace is a $469. And it's very similar in terms of design. I'm gonna grab it here, just kind of flash it so you can kind of see what I mean by they are both very similar. And although I'm not only selling them as a set, you can take the ring if you only wear rings. You can take the necklace if you only want necklaces. But I'm just saying, I think they deserve to go together. And I promised you guys something. I said, you know, we're gonna take these 4 carat plus Paraibas, and we are going to price them like they were many, many years ago. So for both of these pieces, for the necklace and the ring, they started at $49,999, which I can bring you a 4 carat plus Paraiba right now, and it is going to be at that price range. But the only thing is, it does not have Brazilian Paraiba accent stones. It only has white diamonds, okay? And here's the other thing. So if you guys were to call into any other network, call into your local jewelry store, call into any major jewelry store, and if you were to ask them for a 4 carat plus Paraiba for the price I'm going to do, I can only imagine 2 things are going to happen. The first one is they're going to say, no, that's not possible. And the second thing is you're just going to hear a click as they hang up the phone because they think you're a prank caller. This might be the last time we are going to see 4 carat plus Paraibas in this price range, okay? This is, you know, we are going back in time. We are going back in time on the ring, on the necklace. This is a deal that you do not want to miss out on, right? It's here on a Friday because, you know, I wasn't supposed to bring these pieces out, but I thought, you know what, management's going to be watching the ball game, and, you know, they're not going to be watching the show, so I have, you know, freedom to do whatever I want. So I will do whatever I want to do to get this ring, to get this necklace out the door here today. And before I give it the final price, take a look at on the hand, because if you're thinking, oh yeah, it must be, you know, a very small stone, absolutely not. You know, if you were to just kind of separate the center stone from the design, can you see how sizable just that $449 center stone is, right? And then when you add on the design, the diamonds, the Brazilian Paraiba accent stones, how much of a statement piece this becomes, right? And it's not even going to be $29,999. Truly, guys, this is the steal of a lifetime, especially in today's day and age. I mean, you guys, you can pick up the ring today. You can pick up the necklace today. You can pick up both today and hold on to it maybe for a couple of months and see where the pricing goes. If you want to see my other 4 carat Paraiba for a reference, you know, I can bring it out. But the thing is, that one's not going to sell. This one is absolutely going to go today. And true to size on this one, it's in the platinum. We'll size it for you. It's very comfortable to wear. Let me actually move it over to my index finger here so you can see, you know, as a potential, you know, ring over here, right? This is a design that I think it works anywhere from here to here to here. Not the pinky, not thumb, but you can wear it multiple different ways. It's still very comfortable. It's not high off the hand at all. And now here is where you call me. Let's bring it back up close. Now the necklace is going to be the exact same price. So if you want to call in and pick up the necklace, that's fine. I'm going to show it after this anyways, but you cannot get the center stone, the $449 for even $30,000. We are going to make this truly a steal of a lifetime. I can only, you know, at this point in time, I can only imagine a couple of months into the future where a brand new shopper finds us, they're going through all of our archive shows and they see today's show, they see our 449 Paraiba in a ring and they go, hey, just wondering, do you guys have, another one, very similar, doesn't have to be the exact same, doesn't have to have Brazilian Paraibas, right? And we're gonna be, a little bit like, no. We've had it once, but that was it. And honestly, that was never supposed to happen. So here's where you can steal one of the best Paraibas in a crazy cool ring with additional Brazilian Paraibas for only $19,999. $19,999 for the ring or for the necklace if you want to grab it. I will bring up the necklace right here, but truly guys, if you want to see my other options, I got options. I got that square cushion cut, which I think is still here. I got that pear shape in the bridge, which I think is still here, but when you kind of consider the center stone sizes versus this one, there is where we kind of have a discrepancy going on. And you don't have to be in this industry to kind of see where things go a little bit wrong in terms of the pricing, but here's where we seriously go wrong. So Paraiba, natural, from the earth, for only $19,999. Again, this is not dyed, this is not color corrected, this is natural from the earth, from the private collection. I have to remind you guys of that. For only $19,999, and it's only for one caller only. So call me on this one. I'll bring up the necklace right here. The necklace is going to be 1123399, and the necklace is going to look a little something like, as soon as I can grab it here, it's going to look a little something like this. 469 center. 33 points of the private collection, also Brazilian Paraiba. 29 points of the white diamonds. The chain will come with, why not? And same exact thing, right? Same exact thing. Started at $49,999, and it was dropped all the way down to $19,999. Truly, guys, this is where you can, quite honestly, steal Paraiba from TVON, from the private collection at TVON. This is also where you can get potentially a perfectly matched set. Now, this one is an oval, the other one's a cushion. So there's where, the slightest difference is, but it's got the size, it's got the color, it's got the neon aspect to it. You can see that it's fairly included, but still such a bright stone. And it's only $19,999. Either or, your choice of. I would have never expected ever to be like, hey, you want a 4 karat plus Paraiba, your choice of, same exact price, right? That never happens. And especially at this price, it never happens. And I can guarantee you this when I say it's never going to happen again. Take a look at this one against the hand here. Again, that chain is pretty substantial by itself as well, but look at the size of this stone right here. This is where you can get Paraiba perfection in a pair, $19,999 for your choice of. If you just want to grab the necklace, that's perfectly a-okay. If you want to grab just a ring, that's also perfectly a-okay. If you want to grab both, I think that is where you should go. Grab the entire set, because call up your, local jewelry store, your jeweler, say, hey, just for a 469, or even just a 4 karat, just for a 4 karat Paraiba, how much would it cost? They're not going to tell you, oh yeah, $20,000, give or take, right? Absolutely not. You're lucky if they even quote you $50,000. This does not happen, and this will not happen ever again. Take a look at it against the neckline here. And I'm wearing a pretty bright blue, but when I put a Paraiba against this blue, my top looks a little bit grayish, does it not? This is where you can get truly the neon aspect of Paraiba right here, right now. Call me. let's go back up close, and I'm going to bring the ring back and I'm going to hold the necklace in case you want a look at both here. But there we go, there's the ring. Gonna zoom back just a hair right here, so you can see that these two pieces are pretty substantial, right? These are not, you know, itty bitty, oh, is it a charm on my necklace, or, you know, what is it? But these two pieces right here are substantial. This is where you can shop for 4 carat plus Paraibas. And honestly, out of everything here today, this is one of those pieces that does not make sense, right? You look at the carat weight, you look at the piece, you look at the price, it does not make sense. So call me on this. I will be recapping these throughout the show. These will go. All you gotta do is call me. So let me know on this one your choice of, or if you wanna grab the entire set, you can do so, but only here can you do so. And let me know if you would like to grab it. Now, I do also have a pair of tourmaline earrings with the rubelites and the green tourmalines that I thought would go pretty well with one of the only beaded tourmaline necklaces that we have here, German made, of course. Had another one many months ago, flew out the door, no surprise there. But I just thought, you know, with the colors that you have in the necklace and the colors in the earrings, I think that, you know, they work pretty well together. So that will be coming up today as well. Now, I do also have a brand new Kunzite that I've been mentioning that I'm, you know, surprisingly very excited about, in part because of the design of the ring here today. So we will get to that right up next. Call me on this, guys. If you want to screenshot it and think about it, be my guest. But thing is, this will not stay. This cannot stay, especially when you have Brazilian Paraibas as accent stones. This never happens. There is no other piece that I can find for you where, you know, you have Brazilian Paraibas as accent stones. Only here, only today. All you got to do is call me. So we're going to move right along, but don't forget about these two pieces here. Don't forget about that price. And next up, we are going to move into Kunzite, which is a gorgeous stone. This is going to be 1126423. This is our Kunzite in a ring, and it's a very simple design, but you know, it's always going to be the small details that make a piece, right? I get to see these pieces in person, I get to put it on my hand, I get to see if it catches or not, right? If it feels comfortable or not. This is very comfortable. This is also going to be a sizable ring here, 18K in the white gold on this one. Our center stone is going to be a 728 cushion cut Kunzite, a carat 43 of diamonds. Now this, it may look like a lot, but I must say, I think it's still everyday wearable. Doesn't have to be on your ring finger, right? You can move it around. And here's what we're gonna do on this one. Supposed to be $89.99, right? It's a lot. It's well over a carat of diamonds. That center stone by itself, rather substantial. I love this cut where, you know, they're calling it a cushion cut, but when you look at it through the middle, it kind of looks like a mixture of a radiant cut and emerald cut. It kind of looks like where, I've never been in one, but when you see like the Hall of Mirrors where, you know, it's very trippy, right? That is what it looks like. And here's also what it looks like on the hand here. Now, first and foremost, I would wear it on the ring finger here, but can you see how dazzling that stone is, right? From here, it's like, yeah, it's just a regular purple gemstone. And then once it hits the light, suddenly it's like, oh, is that still the same gemstone or is it something totally different, right? But you can see how beautiful the purple is. Kind of reminds me of one of our lilac sapphires that we had not too long ago. But this ring right here, not even going to be $59.99 today. Again, it's with the small details, right? Kind of has a double halo look, but when you have elevation for one of the halos, it creates this it's like a very subtle dome design while not outright being a dome. It has a nice curvature to it where it doesn't just feel, completely flat on the hand, right? And it just, it's just a ring, right? This has the attention to detail in it where that whoever designed this mounting thought of, once it goes on your hand is not exactly a flat surface, right? Your hand is kind of like a cylinder, right? There is a curvature to it. So to create this very subtle layering to go with your hand, I think that is very smart. And you also got a split shank there. Overlap of the diamonds, still taking into consideration the overall design here as well. It is, in my opinion, just one of those very well put together rings. And, it's one of those pieces where the moment you see it, you just want to reach out, grab it, and put it on your hand, right? That was the first instinct that I had with this piece the first time I saw it. And it's not even going to be $59.99. Call me on this. These do tend to fly out the door. They never come back. And let me actually move it over to my index here, just so that, if you were thinking of wearing it as, maybe over here, I think it could work well. It does not matter how you wear it for this kind of gemstone. As long as it has some sort of light, it's going to do this. It's going to be absolutely stunning. It is true to size. And we are going to do this. So brand new piece today as well. We're going to bring it back up close here and give it one last look. Now, before that though, I also do want to show you guys from the side, right? You can see that very subtle layering of that double halo where it goes almost from the center stone into that first halo and then into that second halo, right? It's not just, center stone high up and then a double halo down low, and then suddenly your center stone is more prone to getting, chipped or this or that, right? I think even from here, it's a gorgeous way to do a double halo where it's not just, the same. So many times we've seen, double halos, triple halos done the same way where it's just stone, halo, halo, band. That's it, right? Not here. It's a very minimal design, but still love it. And this is what it looks like from the back as well. So true to size on this one. Again, the color from the back is consistent. It's not a pink gemstone. It is a gorgeous purple stone. And we are going to make this ring right here, right now, $2,999. $29.99 for a brand new 18K white gold, 728 Kunzite ring with a carat 43 of diamonds. Now, don't think that those diamonds are micropavate and teeny tiny little particles of dust of diamonds, right? These are sizable stones. I love how, on the outside halo, where it also has a gradual increase. An increase and then a decrease in the sizes of the diamonds. That is what makes this for me, right? You look at this and you feel comfortable. And, don't worry if you also have a small hand like me. I think it will work. I think it's comfortable to wear. I could wear this piece every single day if I wanted to. Now you can for only $29.99. So call me on this one. Call me on my Paraibas. My Paraibas cannot stay. My gold quartz, my 506, my anomaly. I'm going to call it my anomaly. Looks like this for $15.99 is still here. Yes, this is our 5 carat gold quartz. Surely does not look like it, but it is. And we also have a brand new pair of designer earrings coming up next as well. Call me on my Kunzite. If you have any requests, please do get them in, as I do have a lot of high-end today, as per usual. But if you want to see something else, like diamond bands, diamond studs, if we have it, we will bring it out and show it. But this Kunzite, $29.99 for that impressive diamond weight cannot stay. So call me on that. And next up, I have a very strange, but very unique sort of earring design. Call me on this one. And it is going to be 1125951. It's going to be a door knocker style. I'm going to try to grab one here. It will not sit, but that's okay. So here is a very strange look at it. Here is where you can kind of see the different components that this pair of earring has. Here is going to be the other one here, of course. So this is what it's going to look like from the front. This is going to be 18K yellow gold. It is a door knocker style. It's got only 8 points of diamonds. Now, this is one of those pieces where you can't just read the graphics, make your assumptions, and then assume the price, all right? So 8 points of diamonds, but there is quite a substantial amount of gold in this pair of earrings. It is going to be omega back. And here is actually going to be the fun part. I saw these, immediately fell in love with them, and I just thought, would it be possible to remove this bottom portion right here from the top of the earring? And the answer is yes. So if you wanted to wear them as just, huggy gold hoops, you absolutely could. I even did some measuring. So the entire earring, like how you are seeing it right here, is going to be 7/8 of an inch, so just under 1 inch. However, if you just wanted to wear it so that it's just this top part right here, that top part by itself is 1/2 inch. So if that helps, you could, honestly take them apart. If you wanted to, put a chain through that bottom portion by itself, I mean, you could and wear it as, potentially a necklace, right? So here's what we're gonna do on this pair of earrings here. From $39.99, again, gold, pricey, right? It's expensive, right? It's not cheap, right? Gold is crazy. So we're going to take it from $39.99, drop it all the way down to not even $19.99 on this one. Let's bring it over to the hand here so I can show you the size of these earrings, because again, look at them, right? A lot of gold presents on them, a very unique door knocker style. They're going to move around as you move around, right? They're not just going to stay still like this, right? Frozen image like that, how boring is that? But instead, no, they're going to move with you. And honestly, as I'm moving it here, it almost looks like the diamond portion itself is moving too, right? Maybe it's just me, but I'm just thinking, right? My brain is telling me, hey, are those diamonds moving? Don't they look like they are? But they're not, right? Only the top portion and the bottom portion. And again, that's where you have your omega backings, and that is where you have the bottom door knocker style. If you would like the entire pair of earrings here today, we're gonna make it $1,299 for the entire pair. And honestly, you can wear these potentially more than one way. So $12.99. Do you have any questions? Sounds good. So congrats on that one. I'm very surprised, actually. Congrats on that. Let's go back up close, and I will also grab one here, hold it to my ear. So here's where you can really see that 8 points of diamonds, fine. But this is one of those pieces where we really should have probably measured a gold weight, and we did not. But just know that these are not lightweight, these are not, featherweight, but these are also not going to be, heavy to the point of, gotta take them out every 5 minutes because your ears hurt, right? These are every single day wearable. You can wear them, more than one way. Again, wear them like this, or if you wanted to remove the bottom portion so you only have the topmost huggy hoop, you can do that. $12.99, let me know. Let's go back up close here. And we will see who is going to grab this pair right here. And they're a little bit, in a way, front heavy because of, how much it curves forward. But I think that's just, again, attention to detail in the design. Love to see it. $12.99 on our gold hoops. This is what it looks like from the back. So here's where you can really see that rich, luscious color of the 18K yellow gold. Love to see it, right? And again, truly 2 ways to wear on this one. See if it'll sit up for me. I don't think it will. But I mean, it is what it is. But you're going to be so happy with these. I wish I had more than one of these, honestly, but I simply just do not. So call me when you can. $12.99 on this entire pair. Hi, Sherry. My Facebook is back up, looks like. So hi, everyone. How is everyone doing on Facebook, on YouTube? Zircons. Sherry, I happen to have some blue zircons here today that I mentioned. They are going to be in the larger size, but I do have one that is going to be on the smaller medium size, so I can show them next if you would like, Sherry, let me know. But here we go, $12.99 on our gold and diamonds designer earrings on this one. Call me if you like to grab it. It's not gonna sit up for me, so there we go, unflattering look at it. But next up, let's actually bring out these zircons for Sherry then. Now, one of them you have seen before, but it's been discounted. And the other one, I believe, is brand new, which is very exciting because brand new plus a discount, sign me up, right? So call me on my gold and diamond earrings here. Here is zircon. So let's actually build the graphics for this one first, and then I'll bring up the other one. This is going to be 112-6409. And this is going to be our 777 oval blue zircon in the bridge. Not only that, but it's also got a carat 28 of your white diamonds. Now, I will bring up the other one just to flash it. So if you would like to see a preview on the two options in the larger stones that I have here today, here it is. So here's the oval and here is the pear shape. So as you can see, one is in the bridge, one is in a rather designer mounting with tapered baguettes. But by the end of the day, they are going to be the same price, your choice of, okay? So back to the oval. Here it is, white, yellow, or the rose gold on this one. Now, this one has a lot of the diamonds. I would say white gold, but if you want to switch it, we can do it for you. We can remake the entire mounting in your gold color of choice and set every single individual diamond one by one just for you, right? We'll do that for no extra charge, right? And so here's what we're gonna do on both of our pieces here today. From $89.99 on this one, it's brand new. I wanna do something special. I'm gonna discount it. No one's watching, right? Management's not watching, right? I like to think that, you know, a percentage of our usual audience is probably watching the game, right? Which is good for you. That means less competition. Here's what we're gonna do on this one. From $89.99, we are going to bring it all the way down to $3,999. And the exact same will now be applied to our pear shape as well. So $39.99, your choice of. Now, for the pear shape, it's going to be in the 18K white gold only. It's going to be a slightly smaller center stone. For the pear shape, it's a 738. It's 112-4368. Now, although it is a smaller center stone, it's got, you know, a little bit more diamonds, and some of the diamonds do happen to be the tapered baguettes, which in this case, we actually have a breakdown here. So, this is what we're gonna do. $39.99, your choice of. Truly, for either of these mountings, you cannot recreate over a carat of diamonds for $39.99, especially this one. I mean, between the two, if you're really asking me, I do like this one a little bit better because, you know me, I love tapered baguettes. It just really adds something to the design that, you know, just the regular rounds can't really do. But here's where I make it easy for you guys. Your choice of $39.99. Let me try on the pear shape first to see what it looks like here. I mean, both of these stones are pretty substantial, bright neon flashes, right? And let me also grab the oval here. Why not? Might as well. And try them both on at the exact same time so you can kind of see where same exact stone, similar diamond weight, but drastically different final effect on your hand, right? Do you prefer more diamonds in the bridge? More as in, visually more with the multiple rows of diamonds? Or do you prefer, something a little bit different, like the pear shape? Which again, I love how the tapered baguettes, where when the light hits it just right, it looks even brighter than your brilliant cut round. So again, your choice of $39.99 for either or. We're gonna bring it back up close here. And if you wanted to see the other one that I have, it is an emerald cut, which is pretty rare to see, I think. Pretty rare to see an emerald cut blue zircon. I remember we had Asher cuts before. I know we have the rounds, the ovals, the pear shapes, but to see the emerald cuts, I think that by itself is pretty rare. So here we go. Call me on the zircons, and please do not forget to call me on the Paraiba, the ring and the necklace. Had a couple questions on it. I think they're both still here. So again, 4 carat plus Paraibas for $19,999. It does not happen. It shouldn't happen. They honestly should not be here today, but I just thought, break the rules a little bit, bring them out, see what happens, right? I might get into trouble. Oh well, it's worth it. But call me on those, and anything else that is here from today, please call your operators and double check with them. At this point, I'm kind of scared to ask. But we do have some tourmalines here that I'm very excited for, surprisingly so. Private collection Mandarin garnet, in case anyone is interested. It is going to be an emerald cut. Reminds me of that pendant that I designed not too long ago, where I had an emerald cut Mandarin garnet in the veil and a cushion cut blue zircon right below it. This stone really does remind me of that pendant. Again, largest Russian demantoid is here. Brazilian Paraiba, if you maybe already have enough of the Mozambique Paraibas, want something of the Brazilian variety, I would really recommend that pear shape with the blue and white diamonds as accent stones. GI certified. I, again, do not know how it's still here, if it is still here, which I hope it's not. And private collection ruby. They are here. They are going to be on the slightly pricier side, but wait till you see them. The clarity is out of this world. So let's get back into it. Take a look at our blue zircons, and we might just have to show you guys that private collection Mandarin garnet right up next. And do not forget, and I wasn't here yesterday, but do not forget, tomorrow is a very special show. I'm very excited for it. And, I am not a handbag person at all, right? I just carry on a tote bag, right? Occasionally a chicken bag, but, but, the longer those handbags have been here, the more I look at them, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe, right? So you do not want to miss the weekend shows. Very excited for them. I know that you guys are going to love them, and it's been rubbing off on me, and I can say at this point that I'm leaning more and more towards team handbags. So very excited for that. Do not want to miss the weekend shows here. Call me on the blue zircons, $39.99, your choice of. I am kind of surprised I didn't mention it until now, but I also have blue wing block D tanzanites in case anyone is interested, right? In case anyone is looking for a, 1729 oval pendant, or a pair of fancy cut earrings that are in about the range of 1952 total weight, right? Just saying, I do have earrings and a pendant here. Let me actually grab the pendant here so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's very simple. Diamonds down the bail, single halo design, oval stone, looks like that. It is a gorgeous piece. Might as well just show it next, but that is coming up. And of course, tourmalines as well. My opal, I think, is still here. In case you missed it, my opal at the very beginning of the show is still here. with all of the greens, the blues, the reds, the pinks, the oranges, any color you can think of in one single stone, even grays, right? This is where we do want to have grays in our opals and our gemstones, just so all the other colors can pop and yell and scream for your attention. So this opal, I think, is still here. My designer earrings with all of the gold, the door knocker styles, I think is still here as well. If there's anything you want to see, please don't hesitate. Let me know. Let your operators know. They will help me out and check in the back. My Trapiche emerald necklace for $99.99. I don't think anyone has asked about that, so might have to do a quick little U-turn here and you know, quickly revisit that one. But let me know if you need to see it again. Pendant is coming up next, and let me just see if anyone is interested in my private collection ruby that I mentioned. It is going to be on the pricier side, especially for, you know, a 1 carat or so stone, but that is what it looks like. So I know it's very different from every other ruby that we have seen so far, but this is in fact ruby. And just flashing it just to see if anyone is interested. And if you are, call me, let me know. My Kunzite, I think, is still here. And let me also just quickly flash the smaller blue zircon, just in case anyone is interested in it. I don't think anyone has seen it before. I haven't seen it before, but this is what it looks like. So that is where you have an emerald cut blue zircon. This is going to be a smaller stone. This is a 360 center stone, so you can kind of see the size difference here. So if you do not wear larger stones, totally get it. This is where this emerald cut kind of comes in as a second option. So if you want to see this one, let me know here. And tourmalines, Paraibas, Kunzites, those are still here. Trapiche emeralds, that's perfectly fine. I'm sure they will go by the end of the day. And next up is going to be that Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite pendant. The only pendant that I have here today, scanning the table, that's it. I have a pair of earrings, but they are going to be in a fancier cut, so maybe not for everyone, but I think a pendant of this size is for anyone. Anyone could wear it. This is 1124081. Has a little smudge on it. Let me get that cleaned off here. But this is our 18K white gold 1729 Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite. And it is perfection. It's got that deep saturated blue color. It's still open. And you've got some diamonds. You have a carat exactly of your diamonds, single halo, diamonds down the bail. If you prefer the more traditional styles in your larger pendants, this is for you. If you prefer something a little bit on the crazier side, I got some options. I know for a fact that I do. We started at this one at $19,999. Now, it's really easy to get any sort of, well, easy in the sense that it's easier to get a Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite in a ring, considering what we have left. Now, anything in the pendant and earrings, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. As you know, most of our pieces are in the rings. And don't even ask me about bangles. That is all gone. That is all done. Bracelets, I know we have that one bracelet with all of those diamonds, but honestly, you are getting these pieces for the Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite. You're not getting it for the diamonds. You are getting it for the Tanzanite. So to help someone out there, for this piece here, I actually see quite a bit of discounting happening here, which I must say is quite surprising for me, considering we don't also, you know, take all of our Blue Wing Block D Tanzanites and just slash them down to below cost and keep on going in the hopes that it'll go. But that's what we're gonna do here. So for this one, from $20,000, it was dropped down to $12,999. And then it was brought down to $99.99, which, you know, if you just give me this pendant and you say, guess the price, $99.99 is that price that I would have guessed. And probably that price is probably the price that a lot of you guys would have guessed, right? You know, you can't just ignore the diamonds all the time, right? You have to consider a carat exactly of diamonds, a 1729 museum reserve, and, you know, considering the 18K white gold, right? It makes sense, right? $99.99, that is a fair price. Take a look at it against the hand here. This is also going to be a sizable bail, so you can wear it with any of our diamonds by the yards. If you have your own chain, that is also perfect. But just look at it, right? Such a beautiful stone. Red flashes, absolutely. That is a must-have. Single halo, I mean, for a stone of this size, I think it's also, you know, perfect, right? You know me, I like to go a little crazy here and there with some of the designs, but if you want to go with something more, you know, low-key, more everyday wearable, more traditional, this is your option. Now I'm thinking, if you happen to have an oval blue wing block D tanzanite in the signature style ring, the one with a single halo, I think that you could wear these together. Because when we hit the larger sizes in the stones, right, we are less and less confident when wearing them on the hand. But on the neckline, I think no problem there. But, you know, on the hands, probably not for everyone. But I'm just thinking, if you already have a ring, you're looking for maybe the perfectly, you know, perfect match for your ring in a pendant form, this is your option. I don't know if we have anything else in the ovals, blue wing block D tanzanite pendants, but, you know, museum reserve, you can't get better than this, right? So from $99.99, we brought it all the way down to $88.88. And even after all of that discounting, it's still here. So here's where I give it one last push in the hopes that it will go. But before that, let me bring it over to the neckline here so you can see a size perspective of your 1729 museum reserve blue wing block D tanzanite. I mean, it is a gorgeous stone, right? I don't know about you guys, but I've been kind of used to blue wing block D tanzanites, and, you know, I'm used to it, right? It doesn't really make me, you know, jump out of my seat and say, wow, look at that. But once you get the museum reserves, that is where you can kind of tell automatically the difference, where this truly is it. If this does not go today, this will go to a museum. And if they can't have the larger stones in rings, then they will take the larger stones in pendants if they have to, and they will. But before that happens, maybe one of you guys will take it home first, and the museum will have to look for something else, right? They'll have to look for something else, maybe the smaller stones, but those have been going too. Let's bring it up close, take another look, and we're gonna give it one last drop right here, right now. From $88.88, we are now going to make it $7,999 on our 1729 museum reserve blue wing block D tanzanite for one caller and one caller only. So call me on this one. This is what it looks like from the side here. So again, a beautiful basket on this piece right here. Still, red flashes are visible from the back as well. Again, there's something about that blue. There's something about this blue that, you know, blue sapphire cannot compare to any other blue stones in this sort of deeper saturation. It just simply cannot compare to, right? This is premium, top quality blue wing block D tanzanite. This is the stuff that museums want, right? You don't see anyone else saying, hey guys, we got museum reserve tanzanites. Why? Because they don't have the absolute top quality material. Only we do. That is why it is TVON exclusive. You can only get it here. the museums only want it from here, right? They're not gonna settle for, you know, Block C or, you know, any other lower quality material. They want the absolute best to show off. And this is where you can get the absolute top quality material to show off. $79.99 on this one. Let me know if you'd like to grab it. White gold only on this one. And we'll see who will grab it here today. Let me also set it down here so you can kind of see from a different perspective in a way how substantial that bail is. So truly, if you wanted to wear it with a thicker chain, you could. And again, that tanzanite from here is just, it almost looks like it's out of the world, right? It almost looks like the most beautiful part of the ocean, the deep ocean, where, you know, you have your fish and sea creatures hiding in, but there's something about that blue that just draws me in every single time. It really reminds me of one time I went to an aquarium and they had a deep sea section, and you know, it was darker than every other exhibition hall that they had there, and it was of this very similar blue color, and you know, it's almost mysterious in a way, and it's very unique is what I'm trying to say. So it's a very special stone. Running out, grab it while you still can. $79.99 on this one. Call me. And next up, we're gonna also visit the private collection with Mandarin garnet as well. So some very special pieces here and there. And Mandarin garnet certainly is going to be one of them. So let me know on my pendant here. And next up we have private collection Mandarin garnet. Wow, oh wow. Okay. This is 1125885. This is private collection Mandarin garnet. I mean, one look at it and you can immediately tell that is straight out of the private collection. What is going on here? This is unlike any other Mandarin garnet we have ever seen, right? The larger stones, they are included. They're still pretty in their own little ways, but if you want to have something straight out of the private collection, something that is going to be that ideal 50-50 split to create this iconic orange color, it is going to be here. It is going to be from the private collection. It is going to be this 226 emerald cut Mandarin garnet. It's currently in the yellow gold. We can switch it to whatever gold color you want. But that stone is something that you cannot get anywhere else, right? I've seen other networks sell Mandarin garnets. I've seen other jewelry stores sell Mandarin garnets. I've seen vendors bring us loose Mandarin garnets, and do they look anything like this? Absolutely not. They look, you know, although a little bit more on the red side, they're still going to be an orange gemstone, but guess what? It does not look like this. It is included, and some of it, the cutting isn't even that nice. Sorry, but I have to say it, right? There is a huge window in the center of it. It just looks like glass, right? It doesn't look like a gemstone, but this, it's got the color, it's got the clarity, the cutting is perfection. This is where you can get truly the best Mandarin garnet you will ever see. It's also got 29 points of diamonds in a very, to me, screams like a very designer mounting, where they actually utilize the gold here to create sort of like a, kind of like a floral design, not really exactly flowers, but a very, you know, it kind of looks like vines, right? It's a very elegant design. And with your diamond overlaps, kind of looks like a gate, right? This is where you can gatekeep the absolute best Mandarin garnets in the entire world. I just have to zoom in just a little bit so you can see more, see it up close. This absolutely stunning stone, right? When I first saw private collection Mandarin garnet, part of me, you know, didn't really want to believe it. I said, you know, I know what Mandarin garnet looks like. You know, this, you know, it's just another orange gemstone, and is it Mandarin garnet? Like, I don't know, right? I've never seen anything quite like it. So I can't say for certain that it's Mandarin garnet. But once I learned more and saw that, oh, private collection, no wonder it looks so different from every other material you've seen so far, right? And this isn't something that we released, you know, a couple years ago and, you know, closed the gates and said, no more, right? This was a very recent introduction to TVON. This is where we said, you know, we saw how much you guys loved, you know, shopping from our private collection. And, you know, why not expand that, right? From Paraibas to rubies, Mandarin garnets, now to blue zircons, right? We want to share all of the top quality material with you guys. And this stone right here, one of you now has the chance to own it, because this was supposed to be a $59.99 sort of ring, which do not look at, you know, oh, it's a 226, it should be, you know, lower on the price range, right? Absolutely not. You have to look at how clean the stone is, how bright of that neon orange glow that it absolutely has, right? And, you know, funnily enough, looking at it from the center, you can almost see that separation of the red and yellow flashes, right? You can see the two colors that make up this bright, vibrant orange. And it's only for one color. There is something so incredibly special about Mandarin garnets in the emerald cuts that, you know, you've seen them in the rounds, you've seen them in the oval, you've seen them in the pear shapes, but there is something, you know, uniquely different about the emerald cut. This is what it looks like on the hand. I mean, look at that, right? How stunning is that? We could honestly recruit this stone to be one of our light sources here. That is how bright it is. Have you seen any other Mandarin garnet do this before? Elsewhere? Probably not. At your local jewelry store? Probably not, right? And if you wanted to, take a picture of this stone and show it to them and be like, hey, what do you think this stone is? They are probably going to guess something like imperial topaz, but they are absolutely not going to guess Mandarin garnet. If they do guess it, they're probably going to say something like, oh, it's probably, you know, treated or, you know, lab created or this or that, or maybe the photo you showed me has been photoshopped, right? I mean, this right here is something that we cannot Photoshop, right? We cannot, and we don't have to. This ring right here is not even going to be $29.99. Again, this is the absolute best of the best. $29.99. It's not going to be true to size on this one. White, yellow, or the rose gold are options for you. Let me know if you like it. We're gonna go back up close. I know you guys are all probably screaming at me, put it back up close. We want to see it up close. Me too, right? This is exquisite. And this is now going to be $24.99. Final price, private collection, emerald cut, Mandarin garnets, unbelievable. Let me know if you'd like to grab it. And this is it, again, truly where you can only get the absolute best.
Can you show the back?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. This is what it looks like, not only from the front, but the side. I mean, clarity from the side. Clarity from the back. I mean, I invite everyone to just join me for a second and just to try and find a single inclusion, right? The back is wide open. We are just looking through the stone. Where are the inclusions? This is Mandarin garnet, right? It should have inclusions. Where are they? But here it is, top quality material, private collection. One look at it and you can immediately tell $24.99. I am going to miss this stone. I'm going to say that right here, right now, but I am going to miss it. And I think we have to bring back our Paraiba for one more look here, because maybe I showed it too early, but do not forget we had a 4 carat plus Paraiba. First hour, a 4 carat Paraiba that was priced like it shouldn't be. Here today, let me know on this one. We also had a perfectly matched near perfectly matched necklace if you would like to grab that one as well. My tanzanite pendant is still here. I think both of my zircons are still available, so some pieces are still hanging out. But if you want another look at anything that's still here, please do not hesitate, let me know. And again, guys, Paraiba, we're probably not going to melt this one down, but we're probably going to, or at least management is probably going to take it back and put it somewhere where I do not have access to. So, you know, now is your chance. It's truly now or never. So here's your chance to get a Paraiba priced like it really should not be. If you want to see something in a very similar carat weight range, you know, a 4-carat Paraiba, I have something, I have stuff to show, but that price is going to be looking very, very different. So again, here's your chance. In a way, you know, a TVON exclusive price tag on Paraiba. And this is where, you know, do not expect this price going forward, but this is where we kind of break the Paraiba market here. So let me know on this one. My designer gold and diamond earrings, the door knocker styles, the 2 ways to wear, I think is still here. Trapiche emerald necklace, still available. My largest Russian demantoid, it is a 427. Brand new markdown on that one. So glad that it is here, is coming up as well. And in case anyone wants also a rather designer South Sea golden pearl pendant, I do have something. It is a butterfly piece. It is going to be that painted rhodium, which we didn't see too much of, but it was a very limited designer line that was shared with us. Very unique, very I first saw it and I was like, well, what is this, right? I mean, it's one of those pieces where you look at it and it's kind of like, how did they even do this? But it's a pendant. Coming up next, Sherry, I agree. This Paraiba is definitely a very eye-catching piece, right? So here's where we move on. Call me on the Paraiba. Oh, it looks like we might actually have a request here, so. I see. A very fancy piece. Who is this for? For Martha. Very nice piece. Wow, okay. So we actually have a request coming up next. Looking at the price, someone did some work back there. Let me know my Paraiba. Next up we have 1121597. It looks a little something like this. Where did this come from? Where did this price come from? Okay, this is our carat 22 VS champagne diamond. Not only is it a champagne diamond, but it's also got pink and white diamonds in the white and rose gold. I think for a champagne diamond, there is one way to set it, and that is absolutely with the pink and white diamonds, right? And here it is. Martha, this is for you. This is supposed to be our $79.99 ring. I'm a little astounded by the price because, you know, a champagne diamond at the end of the day is still a diamond. And not only that, but it is still going to be that fancy colored diamond. It is VS. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit more here so we can just take a really up close look at our VS champagne diamond here, just to, you know, just to really see inside of the stone. So how you're seeing it right here is as if you were looking through a loop. That is how up close we are. And, you know, I'm just a little curious just to see if there's anything inside of the stone that I can see, because when it was zoomed out just a little bit more, I could see nothing. And now zoomed in a little bit more, I am seeing absolutely nothing. So very clean stone, just confirmed right in front of your eyes. We also have 14 points of the pink diamonds, 50 points of the white diamonds. Has to stay like it is. We will size it for you, no problem there. I love the mixture of the white and rose gold. And Martha, if you like it. Well, you see, it was supposed to be, you know, $29.99 at one point in time. We are beyond that $29.99 price at this point. And if you would like it, Martha, call me now. We're going to make it $23.99. If you would like to grab it, this is also what it looks like on the hand here. And I can totally see you wearing this by itself, or idea, if you have the pink diamond wonder rings, if you just wanted to, you know, stack one on either side, I think it fits well with the shape. I think if you wanted to just, you know, make it a little bit more fancy in terms of the look and as well as with the diamond colors, you could add wonder rings around it just to switch it up here and there. But $23.99, I mean, I just have to double check to make sure, because that center stone is a carat 22. That's right. You have 14 points of your pink diamonds, natural, yes. And then you have 50 points of your white diamonds, natural, yes. $23.99. I'm scratching my head right now. I do not know how, but it is here. Someone in the back must be taking advantage of, you know, today, considering, you know, everything that's going on right now. But $23.99 for just a carat 22 natural VS champagne diamond. Good luck getting one of those loose for that price. And we are going to butt it back up close here and see. Martha, let me know if this works for you. Not sure if this was a specific item number that was requested or if it was a general description, but either or really helps out. And again, I look from the back side there. Any inclusions? None that I can see. So truly a VS stone, and only $23.99 as requested here today. Let me know on this one. And we are going to move on to, I said I was going to bring you guys a South Sea golden pearl pendant with a really unique rhodium painted butterfly design. It is here. It is coming up next. Now, I do know that a couple of pieces from this specific designer line are still here, and the last time I had a piece from this designer line had quite a few questions about it and quite a few requests from this designer line. Now, I do know that we have a couple of earrings that are still here, a couple of pendants too. I believe we had a couple of the rings, but those have since gone. So if there's anything from this specific designer line that you want to see, please let me know, as I know it's very specific. And this isn't a designer line that was shared with, you know, the entire world, only with us. So here's where you can get it. This is going to be that beautiful butterfly designer style. This is 111-8915, and I'm actually going to set it down here for a second so that I can, you know, just zoom out just a little bit here, but you can see and appreciate that rhodium painted design onto that butterfly. And not only is it blue rhodium, but there's also some level of a purple to it, right? A silvery blue to it, right? I mean, this is not just one color. And I mean, towards the center of the butterfly, that blue kind of turns iridescent, kind of turns into like a Paraiba-like color, which very surprising to see, honestly. And here it is, two-tone gold, white and yellow gold. Your pearl by itself is a 13mm perfect round. And of course, I mean, the wings of the butterfly. So many times we have seen butterfly designs with the wings just solid, filled in with gold, platinum, diamonds, whatever it is. But so rarely do we get to see this sort of sort of a unique take on a butterfly, right? A unique take where it almost looks like the wings are see-through, which, you know, they are, but working with the negative space, that is something that I do not see enough of. And honestly, you know, not a butterfly kind of person, but I am loving what they did right here, where there truly is a contrast between the solid aspect where you have your blue, purple, and silver rhodium painted there, and then towards the outside, it's, you know, it's contrasted, right? It goes from solid to light, right? And here's what we're gonna do on this piece. Let's actually bring it over to the hand so I can show you what it looks like here. So again, not a small piece, beautiful although. It does have 11 points of the diamonds. Supposed to be $39.99. I mean, $39.99 for a designer piece like this. Every single piece from this collection is hand painted. There is not a machine out there that can help you with painting this. This is all hand painted, and so consistently. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sections of the butterfly rings, of the butterfly wings, and it is so consistently painted. This is not even going to be $19.99 here today. Let me show you what it looks like from the back as well. Right? That is a lot of workmanship. That is not something that you can say, hey, yeah, just make me this and let's just keep the cost around $2,000, right? Simply not possible. This is truly a limited design, limited edition designer line. You cannot go to any other network and say, hey, do you have any, you know, rhodium painted pieces with the South Sea golden pearls? The answer is, what are you talking about, right? Only here can you get it. And we are going to make it $1,699 if you would like to grab it here and here only. Take a look at it against the neckline. Again, it is a beautiful design. You can really see the ombre in the butterfly wings from here. You can see what I mean by the butterfly wing, the negative space, right? It gives it such a unique look. It's not heavy at all. That pearl is perfect, right? It's a perfect round, a perfect shape, the perfect size, the perfect piece to go with our rhodium butterfly. $16.99, let me know. Let's go back up close here and see if this one is gone. And if, again, we have a very limited few from this collection. So if you want to see anything else from, you know, this specific designer line, please do let me know. But next up, let's keep up with the designer pieces. And let's actually go to 1123,449. Now, I know you've seen some pretty crazy pieces here so far today, but this is going to be yet another one. And you're thinking, oh yeah, it's just 2 differently colored tourmalines. How crazy can it be? Well, not only is it 2 different colored tourmalines, but they are also inversed in the other ear. So what does that mean? That means that someone had to go out, not only match the colors of your stones, but also match the sizes. That, I mean, that is like an extra level of, you know, work that, you know, I myself may not have the patience for, but someone out there did this. And not only that, let me just put this one here. You have your rubelites and your green tourmalines. The size is perfect. The stones are perfect. It is meant to be together in this pair of earrings. Now, they do have to stay like it is in the rose gold. There is some enamel design in the outside of this earring. So if you see kind of like a darker outline there. So here in this case is actually where it's not going to be that mirror finish rose gold. That is where you're going to get some of your enamel. So I think it gives it the perfect contrast with, you know, how bright these stones are versus, you know, give it a slightly darker outline to really just establish the shape. Now here's where my brain kind of had a thought, right? So just for a split second, just memorize the colors of the rubellite and of the green tourmaline in this earring. And then I have a beaded necklace. Now, I know they're not the exact same cut, far from it in fact, but I'm just thinking you could wear this beaded tourmaline necklace, German made in Germany. And you could also wear it with the earrings that I have on the wheel right here. So I will show this right after the earrings, but it's just my thought that if you maybe wanted to have a really fun tourmaline set, you could get the necklace, you can also get the earrings and wear them together. So let's go back to our earrings here. Now the gold color is going to be a little bit different. The earrings are in the rose gold. The necklace is going to be in the yellow gold, but the clasp is going to be on the very back. So truly you won't be able to see any of the gold unless you purposefully turn it around so that the yellow gold is at the front. But for the earrings, love them. I love this design. It's asymmetrical without being, outright asymmetrical with the shape of the earrings. This is for someone who likes to have a little bit of fun with their pieces. This is 818 in your emerald cut, rubellite, and green tourmalines combined. And then you have an additional 32 points of your white diamonds surrounding every single one of your tourmalines in this pair of earrings. Again, I had a rubellite ring not too long ago, had our largest rubellite necklace not too long ago. Rubellites in general are so incredibly difficult to get, right? Green tourmalines, sure, we see them every single day, but even then the greens have a slight variation to them. Here's where you can get 4 perfectly matched stones with each other. You can wear them however you want. The post is going to be directly behind the smaller stone at the very top. And yet again, these stones are perfectly clean, right? You see them from the front, you see them from the back. Where are the inclusions? Where have they gone? If you would like this pair of earrings, call me now. Let me actually borrow one and show them to you against the hand here for a size perspective, because again, these are not itty bitty, these are not small, these are sizable, these are substantial. You are going to be able to see the color play in these earrings. It's not, a teeny tiny little stone and, another stone that you can see, but one of the stones you can barely see and appreciate the color of. Absolutely not. I love the east-west versus north-south setting of these earrings too. Now, here's where they started from. They started from $6,999, right? Even just this one earring right here, that rubellite by itself could be its own ring. These are sizable stones. It's not going to be $69.99. It's not even going to be $2,999. Let's bring it back up close so I can take this one over to the ear here. I mean, right? Moving further and further away, and what are you looking at? You're looking at your green tourmaline, you're looking at your rubellite. You're not looking at the diamonds, you're not looking at the enamel, you're not looking at my tweezers, you're looking at the colored gemstones. That is what is important, especially in these pieces. You don't want, your attention to be going elsewhere, right? You get these to grab people's attention. These absolutely will. Perfectly matched stones, guys. This does not happen every single day. We don't have another pair of asymmetrical like earrings in the inventory. This is where you can get them. Very fun pair of earrings to wear, truly. Hair up or hair down, wear it however you want. Middle of winter, middle of summer, whenever you want. There's no season attached to these earrings, but I only have this one pair, and they're not going to be $29.99. Let's bring them back up close and see if anyone would like to have one of the most fun pairs of earrings that we have in our inventory, and we are going to make it $1,999. $19.99 for a pair of earrings that was originally supposed to be $69.99, if not more. This is unbelievable. The necklace is coming up next, but these earrings simply cannot stay. Again, you don't have to wear these with the necklace. You don't have to wear the necklace with the earrings. I just thought, the colors were just perfectly matched. Why not bring them both out together today? But again, earrings are here, $19.99. The necklace is coming up next. And let me just kind of lay the necklace here so you can kind of see what I mean by the colors truly are perfectly matching, right? I'm not just saying just because it's red and green that, you know, oh, surely, you know, the colors are close enough. You quite literally have colors in the necklace that are, you know, essentially, you know, copy and pasted into the earrings. So that's what I thought, you know, that's where I thought you could wear these together, but you don't have to. Necklace is coming up next. Earrings are still here, $19.99. Largest Russian demantoid also coming up. And we also had that smaller blue zircon that I flashed. I'll probably show that as well. And speaking of flashing pieces, might as well flash the top quality emerald earrings that I have here. Very similar shape to the tourmalines that I have up here right now. I'm gonna just adjust the backing here so I can actually grab it. And these are going to be the emerald earrings that I have now. It's not going to be for everyone. These were actually supposed to be perfectly matching with an actual emerald necklace that I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me show, you know, in the six-figure price range. But these are earrings that were supposed to go with those, but I just thought, you know, bring them out separately. If anyone is interested, please let me know. And if you have a request, please call me and get them in. We will check in the back, see what we have. Martha, let me know what you thought about your request here. I think this is still here, our champagne diamond. Not sure if the requester picked it up or if there's any feedback, but there it is, champagne diamond. And now, if anyone else is looking for a bicolor tourmaline, that is not necessarily the pinks, the reds into the greens. I do have something quite special today. It is a fancy cut. It was in management's private collection for the longest time. It actually went back into the private collection. And it's not something you see every single day, and it is going to be this bicolor tourmaline in a pendant. So here's where you get two different types of greens in a bicolor look. So just saying, that is here. I think that might be one of our largest bicolor tourmalines in a pendant, so just let me know there. Now next up, we have to bring up the necklace, our made in Germany beaded tourmaline necklace. Let me know on these. Now they have the silicone backings with the butterfly backs inside of them. And next up is going to be the necklace. The necklace is 112-5105, and I'm just gonna lay it down like this. Now, you saw the green tourmalines, you saw the ruby-like colors. There is just straight up an indicolite in there. Do not think that this is just, you know, some beads that you can find at your local arts and crafts store that you just put on a string and just call it a necklace and call it a day, right? Every single bead that you see up here has been hand selected and hand polished. Every single stone, no machine, no nothing. Every single stone up here has been hand polished, made in Germany. This was actually one of two. The other necklace, no surprise, it sold immediately, and it was very special. Also tourmalines, also hand polished, hand selected stones. This right here, exact same thing. The clasp is seamless, right? This is kind of a different clasp because, if we take it over to the hand here, you actually have to unscrew it here so that it opens. So I just kind of unscrewed it a little bit here. So there's nothing that's going to, you know, pull out your hairs, right? It's just like this, as easy as this. You just screw it, unscrew it, just like that. Seamless design, right? If I don't even look closely, I can't really see where I even, you know, get to open it, right? That is how smooth even the clasp is. But as you can see, a beautiful, gradual size in your tourmalines here, the largest being at the front, and then of course towards the back, it does get smaller and smaller and smaller. But this is one of the pieces where you can get the most out of one piece, in the sense that you can collect so many different colors of the tourmaline in just this one necklace. And not to say that all the different colors are in this one, but you can see how many variations of the greens are here, how you have just straight up rubelites and a variation of pink tourmalines in this necklace as well. 210, I almost said calories, 210 carats in this necklace, 17 inches, $16,999. But it's not going to be, again, do not think that just because it's a beaded style that it's any less valuable or this or that. Every single stone in this necklace, hand selected, hand polished. And this necklace was in management's collection for the longest time. And they said, you know what, we'll share it. We'll put it into the system, price it, and just put it out there and share it. And, they were a little bit sad about it, right? Because when you see these unique necklaces that truly is one of a kind in the entire world, it's kind of hard to let go. But, we open up the private collection to everyone, not just our loose stones, but also finished pieces like this, for you to also love and enjoy, right? It's not something easy to do, right? I can't imagine, if I were to one day have a private collection, I would have a very hard time parting with some of these pieces, but a part of me will also be incredibly happy knowing that there's someone out there enjoying something that I have collected for many, many, many years. This is one of those pieces. It's not going to be $6,999 either. We are going to move it over to the neckline so you can see all of the different tourmaline colors. And I mean, it might just be me, but back here, it kind of looks like it's going into the blues a little bit, which very interesting to see. But again, that indicolite at the front right, that is one of the pieces that stands out to me. This entire piece truly is. And I'm getting a little emotional here, but this is from the private collection. It's not going to be $69.99. Let's bring it up close so you can see all of the stones together one more time here. Starting from the front, once again, you have that indicolite, you have that rubelite, pink tourmaline, and right next to the indicolite, that is straight up an apple green tourmaline. Remember we had one of those stones just 2 weeks ago in a ring, 3-stone style. That right there, the color is exactly the same, but in this case, a bead form. And again, a lot of your rubelites, green tourmalines, and some of these stones, I also have to say, I think back here, why it reminded me of Paraiba. Remember how we had those, new fine tourmalines recently? I think that's part of the reason why, where it's a mixture of the blues and the greens. And, some of it does give me kind of a Paraiba-like feel, right? Especially this one right here, and even this one over here, right? Still a really unique blue color. We are going to make it $68.88 for the very first collector who would like to grab our one-of-a-kind beaded necklace made in Germany. We only got this one. We don't have these often. Had it once before. The other one is gone. This one is here. A really unique way to have a tourmaline necklace, multicolor tourmaline necklace, over 200 carats total weight for only $68.88. And let me just give you the full tour here just to see what other colors we can find. And there are some colors here that straight up, I'm just thinking Congolese tourmaline, right? The Congo tourmalines with the mixture of the blues and the greens, I'm seeing it here, right? I'm looking at this one necklace and I am reminiscing about the entire, TVON history that I've been here, that I've been a part of, and all of the blues, reds, pinks, greens, all of the tourmalines that I have seen, that I have since, gone out to you guys. I am thinking of all of these different pieces, different stones, and, this is, it's an emotional piece, right? Out of management's, long time collection, straight to you guys, and it is here for $68.88. Let me know. And here it is from the back. So I love where you can kind of see a contrast where, the smaller the stones get, the lighter the stones get as well. But, saturation wise, it's not missing out, right? The green stones are still green. The rubelites are still rubelites. The pinks are still pinks, right? Every single stone is still the color it should be. There is not a single tourmaline bead on this necklace that is colorless, right? From the back again, once we go here, very clearly not colorless, but even from the very back, you can still see that each individual bead has its own very distinctive color. And here's where you can get it, $68.88. Again, my initial thought was get the necklace, wear it with the earrings, or get the earrings, wear it with the necklace. And I think the earrings are still here, but I'm just saying, right? You can wear them together and it is going to look so incredibly fun. I think you're going to have a lot of fun wearing them together. And I mean, me just standing up here, putting them together, just looking at them, I am having a lot of fun. So this is, you can get the earrings separately, you can get the necklace, you don't have to get them together. It was just my 2 cents, how I would probably wear them if you wanted to, make it a little bit fun. So $68.88 on the necklace, $19.99 on the earrings. Do I have to bring back the Paraiba for another look? I don't think anyone has taken that so far. I'm a little heartbroken, but maybe at the end. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Now, we had a South Sea golden pearl. In case anyone wants a Tahitian black pearl in a pendant, I do have something really designer, honestly. Trapiche emerald necklace, still here for $99.99 on that one. Let me know if you want to see it. I do also have, let me just flash it actually. A Brazilian Paraiba in the necklace for $79.99. Haven't showed it yet. Only yelled out what it was, yelled out the price it is. And truly, if you are looking to invest in Brazilian Paraiba, it's either $79.99 on this entire piece, we'll just throw in the chain for free, or $99.99 for a pear shape as clean as can be, blue-green stone, GIA certified with 18K yellow gold and platinum and blue and white diamonds. So, and a larger stone too. If you want to see this one, sure, but just know that it is $79.99. It was supposed to be $24,000 just for this one little necklace. So if you want to see it, let me know. But truly, I would get it. I would get the ring. And again, the color saturation is there. The clarity is there on the ring. This is just here because it's here, but I don't plan on showing this. But if you want me to, bring up the graphics and, do a full presentation, let me know. But Brazilian Paraiba wise, I am more interested in the ring than a necklace. And, even just gold and metal weight combined, considered, it's more worth it for the ring. GIA certified, of course. You don't have to go out of your way to get the piece GIA certified, right? Everything is done for you on the ring. Just let me know if you want to see the necklace. Now, speaking of, I'll show the pearl too, but I was a little inspired. I had said the other piece was platinum and 18K. Now I have a platinum and 18K pendant kind of reminds me of a scarf design, a surprisingly substantial gold and metal presence on this one. This is going to be 1126008, and it is a cute little piece. Now, I'm just thinking you could have some fun with this. If you have the diamonds by the yard in the white gold and the yellow gold, who says you can't wear them both together with this piece, right? The bail is large enough, plenty large enough, where you can string through 2 of your diamonds by the yard. You can mix and match them. So if you wanted to wear the white gold one, so it's with the, let's say the 202, and then maybe the 30 pointer with the yellow gold, I mean, you can mix and match it. This piece right here, $29.99, no more. I mean, 90 points of diamonds, yes, but these stones are substantial. They are significant, right? You can count every individual diamond, especially in that yellow gold, where you have a contrast. I love the overlap contrast. I love how, you know, it's not exactly supposed to be something, right? It's not exactly supposed to be like a butterfly or a flower, but there is something so comfortable about these abstract shapes, and I love, it's so genius how it leads into the bail, right? It doesn't look like, oh yeah, just give us a shape and we'll just kind of stick a bail somewhere and hope it looks nice, right? This entire piece looks so nice and it flows so well. You can wear it, if you love mixing your metals, this is a piece for you. It's not going to be $29.99. If you like it, we're going to make it $999. First caller can grab it. Again, 90 points of diamonds. That is a lot of diamonds, right? Especially in a pendant of this size. When you look at it from the back too, I mean, from the back, it kind of has a more like a leaf-like look. But front or back, I'm just thinking you could wear it either way. But to me, from the front, it does read more like kind of like a scarf. So I love wearing scarves. The colder season is upon us. And I'm just thinking, you know, you could wear it as kind of like a little scarf, right? You know, it doesn't have to be for the winter. You could wear it for the summer too, right? I don't think we wear scarves during the summer, but you know, if you wanted to, once the summer is here again. But just look at the size of this pendant. It is not a small little piece at all. You can see where you have your platinum. You can see where you have your 18K yellow gold, and it's only $999 on this one. Carol, I agree. This is definitely a pretty little pendant here. And this is also what it looks like against the neckline. So again, 90 points of diamonds, yes, but visually it looks like so much more for only $999. This, again, platinum and the gold, they are substantial. They are not lightweight. Let's bring it up close so I can show you what it looks like from the side here. Because if you're thinking, oh yeah, to save cost, just make the bail a little bit thinner, absolutely not. I'll even zoom in a little so you can get a better, closer look at it. But you can see how the bail is entirely solid. It's not carved out. It's not, oh, no funny business. It is entirely solid, not only the platinum, but also the 18K yellow gold. And again, here's where you can see a very close-up look at the overlap, how it is done, but done in such a way where it does not interfere with the design, with the look. And here it is from the other side. The curvature of this piece is immaculate, right? Usually we like to look at the overall piece, but here is where I'm just looking at it from the side, and just a slight little wave towards the end of the piece is just beautiful, right? Do you ever just, I know, because I'm an artist, I do draw, I do fine art, I illustrate, I animate, right? But, you know, when you have a shape like this, you know, whether it's hand-drawn, whether it's a literal physical piece, it's just something that makes your heart sing, right? It's just something that is so incredibly perfect. The wheel says, all right, you want to look at it? You got to look at it. Here we go. But that shape by itself is just so soothing. It's so nice to look at. And this entire pendant is here, $999. Let me know. And we do have some pieces still left over from the first 2 hours here. Hi, my name is Joyce. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Joyce. Last hour is here. My Paraiba ring is still here. My Trapiche emerald necklace is still here. So some high-end pieces here today, but brought down to a brand new low that, again, I'm very surprised that they are still here. So if you want to see the Paraibas again, let me know. The Paraibas are over 4 carats for both the ring and the necklace, and they are $19,999, your choice of. So those are prices that we saw many years ago. This is just something special just for today because I know that, everyone's watching something else probably. So just thought, bring it out here. I know a Paraiba collector is watching. I know that these pieces will go. And I also had the multicolor tourmaline beaded necklace as well. So some pieces are still here. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. We'll get to the largest Russian demantoid in a moment. But first, I might flash some pieces here. My blue wing block tanzanite pendant is still here, $79.99 on that one. Call me on anything. And I flashed the private collection ruby. I might save it for another day. I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. My designer gold and diamond earrings are still here, the door knocker style. And I have yellow zircon still here, Colombian emerald in a ring, conch pearl in a necklace, Tahitian black pearl in a more elegant style still here to come as well. So we'll get right back into it, but any requests, let me know, and take another look at our designer pendant right here, right now. Can't believe my Paraibas are still here. Unbelievable. But I do have 2 options for the Tahitian black pearls, so I'll get to those next. I have one in the 18K white gold, and I have another one that's a little bit more crazy in terms of the diamonds that is here in the 18K yellow gold. So you've probably seen it before. But this is what the yellow gold one looks like. So yeah, it looks like a lot, and it is a lot, but price-wise, it was a lot, and now no longer. So if you want to see that one, let me know. But I'm going to start with the piece that I think a lot more of you guys can wear every day and can appreciate more. So that will be coming up. Some more new designer pieces to come as well, and I believe our painted rhodium design did go. So if you were maybe thinking about it, that one did go. So if you wanted to request something else from that specific collection, please let your operators know. I know we have a couple of earrings still here, a couple of pendants as well. So just a couple of pieces here and there. It wasn't a whole, it wasn't like, 100 pieces from the collection. It was a very, very limited collection. So if you want to see anything from that one, let me know. Tahitian black pearl coming up. And my fun scarf-like design of a pendant is still here for the time being. Let me know on this one. Next up, we have 1119645, and it looks a little something like this. Now, if you're thinking, oh no, the pendant is broken, that's what I thought. But then I looked at it closer and I was like, wait a second, that is the design of the piece. And it's a horrible look at it, on the wheel. So I think I'm gonna actually move it over to the hand here so that you can see where, when it is sitting perfectly still, it really looks like an abstract piece where you have your rectangle of diamonds and then your Tahitian black pearl, and that's it. But as you move, it's going to move with you, right? As you walk around, this piece is going to walk around with you. It's almost like an earring, right? Where it's got a very, mobile aspect to it, right? Even here as I'm shaking it, you can see how the gold peeks through from time to time. And that to me is what, is what really sells the piece to me, is the design of it, how fun it is, right? Not every single piece in your collection has to look exactly the same. Here's where you can get a Tahitian black pearl, a 14 millimeter Tahitian black pearl with 50 points of diamonds and not have it look like every other piece that you see out there, right? So often we see pearl, single halo, diamonds on the bail, that's it, right? Here's where you can get something wildly different, maybe not as wild as our butterfly piece from earlier, but something that is still so unique in itself. And it's not going to be $39.99 either. I mean, I just love how, could you just imagine when you're walking around and then suddenly it's just the gold peeks through and it's just bright, just like that, right? Something just like that that relies on you, the wearer, to make happen. This is not a piece that should be sitting in a display case. It has to be worn. It has to be on a living human being. And here's where it can be for not even $29.99. This is what it looks like against the neckline. Again, it is a sizable pearl. The diamonds, 50 points, yes, but 50 points done in such a way where it looks like it's a lot. It looks like it is far more than 50 points of diamonds, and yet it is not going to be even $29.99. The perfect iridescence in your pearl. And, you know, if you break it down to the most basic colors, it is the perfect high contrast piece, right? You have your white diamonds, you have your black pearl, right? The perfect contrast piece. It's not $29.99. Let's bring it back up close. And so you can take one more look at it here. Let's go to the wheel here. I'm going to step off the step. I'm putting it back up. Yeah, I can't stand on my tippy toes for too long. I did quite a bit of walking yesterday in Pasadena. Beautiful place. Quite a bit of a drive from where I live, but beautiful nonetheless. But this is not even going to be $19.99. Does anyone want one of our fun pearl pendants? This is one of those Tahitian black pearls that's got the pinks, it's got the greens, it's got the iridescence to it. I don't have to point it out, honestly, but I'm still going to. This is not one of those, you know, silvery, you know, just that silvery color sort of pearl, right? This has got it all. We are going to make it $17.77 for the very first caller who says, I'd like to try that out. And if you are intrigued by the design, you know, try it out, right? You don't have to keep it if it doesn't, you know, fit what you are looking for, right? So here it is, $17.77. Wow, look at that. Look at the pearl, guys. Where the diamonds reflects off of the pearl. The pearl looks the pearl looks brighter than our lights. How is that possible? Only with diamonds, only with a pearl as perfect as this. How is this even possible? Wow, oh wow. I can only imagine what it looks like when someone is actually wearing it, and that someone could be you. So $17.77, let me know on this one. Pearl is a little shy, but I mean, again, it's like, it's almost like a dog textile, which I would love to see a dog textile, you know, with this sort of fun aspect to it, but there is something about this piece. $17.77, 14 millimeter Tahitian black pearl. That is a sizable pearl. Let me know on this one. And let me actually bring up the smaller blue zircon here before I forget. Here we have 112-6209. This is going to be the smaller blue zircon that we have today. Now we had two other options and I think both are still here. So call me on those if you need to see either of those again. They are here. My Kunzite is also still here. My Kunzite for $29.99, still available. My fun little platinum and 18K yellow gold pendant that looks like a scarf is still here as well. Anything else, if you would like to see, please let me know. My blue wing block tanzanite pendant still available. I might recap the Kunzite up after this. But here is where we have a 360 emerald cut blue zircon with 22 points of your diamonds. I mean, look at that, right? This is once again, the reason I absolutely am in love with the emerald cuts. Here, trying to angle it down a little bit. Here, looks like a fine blue gemstone. Once it hits the light, suddenly it comes to life. Everyone's heads are turning to see what are you wearing on your hand. It's only a blue zircon, right? Only an average blue zircon. This is our $29.99 blue zircon in a ring, perfect half-half of your diamonds and gold, white, yellow, or rose gold, up to you, whatever you want to do, we will do. And it's not even going to be $19.99. Smaller stone, yes, but still a pretty substantial look on the hand here. It's not my size currently, so this will have to do, but I mean, look at that, right? Your hand is going to be moving around when you wear this, and I'm wearing it right here, barely moving my hand. I'm not even moving my hand like this, which, you know, just from this, I mean, look at how much it's shining. But just from here, just slightly moving my hand, just from here to there to here to there, right? That is what you can get with the emerald cut. That is what is so special about this specific cut. It's not going to be $19.99 either, true to size on this one. A beautiful split in the diamonds and the gold on the band here. You know, I've heard a lot of feedback from you guys. You know, I love VS diamonds, but you know, when I want to change the gold color, I actually kind of want to see the gold color that I pick. And you know, again, I love VS diamonds, but you know, I just want to see some more gold. Here is where you can get some more gold. Here's where you can still get VS diamonds. It's not $19.99. Let's bring it back up close and take one more look at it here. And we are going to make it $1,499 to the very first caller who says yes on this one. $14.99 on our smaller blue zircon of the day. If you want to see the other two larger ones, let me know. I think they're both still here. But this one, again, different cut, very different cut from the other two that we've seen. But still, one look at it, you can immediately tell that is top quality blue zircon, and it absolutely is. This is our emerald cut, and this is $14.99. Let me know if you'd like to grab it. I'm gonna recap our Kunzite after this. I think our Kunzite is still here. Our other Tahitian black pearl pendant, if you want to see it, let me know. I do also have a star sapphire necklace for a brand new discount as well. Yellow zircon, in case anyone is looking for our yellow zircon. We do have a gorgeous stone, reminds me of honey. I kind of want to eat it when I look at it, but it looks a little something like that. So a gorgeous yellow zircon. So here, blue zircon, here, yellow zircon. I mean, zircon is, again, one of those stones that surprising amount of colors that comes out of this one family right here. So clean it up a little bit, and you can see how gorgeous, how saturated. Blue stone, yellow stone, whatever you want to see, it is going to be absolutely dazzling. I have a Colombian emerald in a ring in case anyone is interested in a carat 66. It is an emerald cut, Colombian emerald. And this one has also gotten a brand new discount here as well. So this is coming up too. If you want to see anything on the larger side, I'm pretty sure we have something in the back. My Paraiba is still here. My $449 in the ring, as well as my $469 in the necklace, both are still available. Call me on either of those two. Now, moving on from this one, going back to our Kunzite, and I thought that maybe my eyes were deceiving me, but the back of this band, you know how typically rings, they taper so that they're more narrow in the back of the band? Well, this one actually tapers a little bit outwards, so it's actually going to be a little bit wider on the back of the band, but still true to size, of course, but it's just a minor detail that I noticed that I thought that I should point out, that you know, from the side to the back, you can kind of see here where it does taper outwards. I mean, that does kind of make sense given that the front of the ring is wider, but it's still true to size, still comfortable to wear. This is 112-6423. This was the Kunzite that we had earlier in today's show with the beautiful layering of your double halos here. Split shank kind of melts into your first halo of diamonds. This entire ring, $29.99. Carat 43 of diamonds. This is a look. This is a look on the hands. And speaking of look on the hands, take a look at on the hand, right? This is a lot of diamonds without overdoing it, because I know we have, a lot of us have a lot of these signature styles, a lot of the bridge styles, but to change it up here and there, that is what I think is important. And looks like we have some more requests here for, for Robert and Renee, 2 separate requests. Got it. So let's bring this back up close while I go take a look here. We do have a fire opal gents ring for Robert, and we have a, ooh, this is a really pretty pink morganite for Renee. So we will start with the fire opal for Robert here. This is our gents ring, and I'm gonna polish it up a little bit here. Let me know on my little kunzite here. Not so little kunzite, honestly, but you know what I'm saying. This is my emerald cut fire opal. This is 112-0844. This is here by request for Robert. And Robert, I have to say, when Andy put it on my table, I thought it was ruby. I thought, ooh, ruby gents ring. But this is fire opal. This is that strong, powerful red color, carat 12 center stone, 51 points in your diamonds. It's got that really nice squared off, almost like a signet ring style look here. White, yellow, or the rose gold. I personally love our fire opals in the yellow gold, but I'm also okay with it. Maximum contrast in the white gold. This is our $39.99 gents ring. After all, it does require quite a bit of gold, not only on the outside, but also on the inside where you do have an undergallery here. I only got this one. Fire opals are easy to find in the rounds, in the ovals, in the pear shapes, but surprisingly enough, in the emerald cuts is where we have a little bit of trouble. And here's where you can get one in a gents ring. Robert, let me know what you think. Again, that pure red color is just something that you do not get to see every single day. This is what it looks like on the hand as well. I mean, okay, wow, right? I mean, emerald cut stone, wow. This is what I'm talking about, right? From here, it's like, yeah, it's a nice red stone. Can't really tell what it is, right? It looks like a ruby. And then once it hits the light, suddenly it's like, okay, it is on fire. And if you would like this, we're gonna make it $1,499 for this entire ring right here, right now. We'll still change the gold color on this one if you would like, but $14.99 on the one and only emerald cut fire opal gents ring. This is simply a wow. True to size on this one. A nice width of gold as well on this, and wow, oh wow, I am just ever so amazed by any gemstone that we have ever seen here. Like fire opals, I thought I've seen it all, and yet here I am surprised by a carat 12 emerald cut in a gents ring. Never would have thought, but here we are. Robert, let me know what you think on this one. This is the $14.99 carat 12 emerald cut fire opal gents ring, and I don't think we have anything else actually in the fire opal gents rings. In the rings themselves, I think we might have some of the larger stones in the ladies' rings, but anything in the gents rings, I think this is it. And I mean, what a fantastic piece to have in a gents ring, fire opal. Robert, let me know. Renee, your request is coming up next. Pink morganite. I don't think I've seen this one before. A really cool designer look, two-tone gold on this. I am in love. Also an emerald cut stone, so emerald cut stones are coming out They are making a statement. This one, still here for the time being. Let me know what you think. Again, a very red color. Typically other places, they might have, oranges. They might even have some that venture into the yellowish colors. But this right here, pure red. Thought it was a ruby, but it's a fire opal. $14.99. Let me know. And next up we have 1125897. My oh my. Would you look at this? This is here for Renee. This is our 18K white and rose gold private collection diamond pink morganite. I mean, look at it, right? It is absolutely stunning. I might just have to bring back all of our emerald cut stones up together for one, picture day, right? But there is something about the stone, something about this stone and the gold color combination that just absolutely sings to me. 74 points in diamonds, 536 in your center stone. My oh my. I love it. First time seeing it, but I am in love. This right here is our $79.99 private collection pink morganite. In a ring, no matter how you look at it, it is going to have that beautiful saturated pink color to it. And I have to say, there's something about white diamonds in the rose gold that makes me think automatically pink diamonds. Maybe it's the diamond pink of the morganite. Maybe I'm just thinking of pink diamonds. Our champagne diamond from earlier had this very similar gold and diamond combination, but this is a special piece, an incredibly special piece. This is our pink morganite, and take a look at it on the hand right here. That is a sizable stone, and it is a beautiful piece. We're gonna make it $2,999 on this entire piece, which now that I look at it, 74 points of diamonds. It certainly does feel like a lot more than that, does it not? Right? Is it just me? But I'm just looking at this, I'm thinking of every other mounting very similar to this that we've done, and I'm thinking there is no way that this is only 74 points in diamonds. It has such a larger look about it, especially when it's on the hand. True to size on this one, $29.99. That's what it looks like from the side. So, it is elevated, but that's good, because if you wanted to add even more diamonds around your ring, you could, whether it's just a simple band ring, whether it is a wonder ring, you can add it. $29.99 on this one. Let me know what you think, Renee, on this one, and Robert on the fire opal gents ring. Let's bring it back up close here. And I will also bring back my emerald that I had flashed from earlier. My blue zircon is still here for $14.99. Let me know on anything you would like to see. Kunzite still available as well, $29.99 on that one. My Trapiche emerald necklace for $99.99. That one is still here. My Paraibas, some more questions on those. No takers just yet, but believe me when I say those are going to be some pretty incredible investment pieces, and you don't have to wait, 5 years, 10 years for the value to go up. Paraiba, we've seen what the price can do, and it is a little bit scary, especially when you have to sell them. So truly, those Paraibas, the ring and the necklace, you do not want to miss out on those. Blue zircon still here. Now let me see here. I do have the emeralds, but I also do have yet another designer piece. If anyone is looking for yet another designer piece, I got one. It's got blue sapphires. It's in the yellow gold. It is very similar, very similar to a piece that I am currently working on. You might remember with the double round mehenges matched with the perfectly matching square cushion cuts Paraibas. Those are still in progress, in the works, but this shape Really reminds me of that piece that I am also very excited to see once it is completed. Hopefully we are nearing that time soon. But let me know on this private collection pink morganite. Now, here we go. 1125925. This is blue sapphire. This is also white diamonds. This is our 18K yellow gold designer ring. Now, the way that these stones are set is very interesting because of the way the light hits it, right? Typically, when the light hits it, it usually all illuminates, right? But in this case, it's almost like bit by bit is this piece being lit up. And that is what I love about this piece. Every single blue sapphire, perfectly matched. You have your double rounds in the center, 50 points of your blue sapphire, 54 points of your white diamonds, $29.99 should be price on this one. That is a reasonably wide gold band on this piece, because when you have such a unique style, you can't just give it a paper thin gold band, call it a day, right? It won't feel like an important designer piece, right? So if we have to add more gold to this piece, then so be it. But $29.99, it's not even going to be $19.99 here today. If you would like this ring, we're gonna make it $1,499. Very first caller can grab it. And I know, I'm thinking of my Mahenge Paraiba piece that's in progress. It's just the shape that really reminds me of it, but I'm so excited. This could kind of be like an appetizer to that in a way. And here, doesn't really read as a, this almost kind of reads as like a triple halo piece without the center stone. Especially when you look at it from the side, you have one tier, second tier, third tier. The layering of it, you cannot see from the front, but once you look at it from the side, suddenly it's like, oh, I would have expected for it to be completely flat, but here it does not look like it, and it is not. Just like that, it gives it a level of depth that you cannot achieve if it were all just set on the same plane. And if it were set on the same plane, it honestly quite look a little bit plain, right? But here does not. Designer piece, love to see it. I would honestly love to see it with, like, you know, replace the sapphires with rubies, replace it with demantoids, right? Replace it with Paraibas, right? A girl can only dream, but I'm just thinking this is such a versatile design where you can swap out the stones for even just a different color, and that would change the entire look of it. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Even from here, you can see what I mean by it really depends on the angle at which the light hits your blue sapphires. That is when the entire piece just kind of lights up, kind of looks like a party is going on. And if you get this piece, you might as well be partying, because not only the sapphires, but look at the diamonds, right? 2 diamonds in the center, how bright and brilliant those are from the side, true to size on this one. How wide that gold band is, right? This is an important piece, $14.99. Let me move it over to my index finger here. Just as I thought, right? Just to see. It does change up the look a little bit here and there, but it is just still a really cool piece, really unique, really abstract without overdoing it. $14.99 on this one. Let's bring it back up close. And had 2 requests. I think they're both still here. Have an emerald coming up next as well. My bicolor or dual color tourmaline piece is still available. Champagne diamond, still here for the time being. Conch pearl necklace. And let's see. I'm not even going to mention that Brazilian Paraiba necklace anymore. And let's see, largest Russian demantoid coming up, emerald. I think that's pretty much it. I think everything that I have up here, I pretty much have shown or am going to show. In case you missed it, blue wing block D tanzanite in a pendant. I'll also recap the opal from the very beginning here. In case you missed it, the opal looks a little something like this. 1126068 on this one. It almost looks like, now that I'm looking at it, 2 hours later, it kind of looks like an aurora borealis at the bottom side, where we had our cat's eye phenomena, in quotation marks, occurring. But now it looks kind of different to me. So again, I just flipped the ring upside down, and just like that, a completely different look for this opal ring. $19.99 on this one, let me know. Designer ring is still here. My designer earrings, my gold and diamond door knocker style earrings are still available for $12.99 as well. And I think I'll save the Russian demantoid for the very end of the show, as it is a very special piece. And in case you missed it earlier, had a blue wing block D tanzanite museum reserve in a pendant. I think the museum will be very happy if they can even get this one piece to the museum for the exhibition. But this is what it looks like. That pendant, this ring. I'll probably bring up the graphics for the pendant right after this one. Of course, I will also try it on in a moment here. Just getting my emerald out. My bright neon, bright as can be, emerald, vivid, etc. $19.99 for all of the colors you could hope to have in a black opal ring. This is what it looks like on the hand. Honestly, I just want to keep it on here. Let me actually flip it around because I think I like it the other way, which I know there's no specific way to wear it, but I just think like this, right? I think I just like to see that strike of colorful, bright neon green lightning going through the stone. But again, you're not going to be looking at it like here, right? You're just looking at it on my hand like this just for a size perspective. But once you actually have it on your hand and, throughout the day, driving, typing, whatever, right? You're going to be seeing it from like this perspective, which, drastically different from this. And you can see, again, a lot of the greens. There's something about the grays and the greens for this particular opal that is really just drawing me in. There is something about it. And thank you very much. This is still here. $19.99 for a $2.98. It's not only the greens. I know I've been pointing out the greens, but this has reds, it's got blues, it's got purples, it's got yellows, it's got pinks. Typically when it touches into that red range, that is when the price kind of goes up. But here, perfectly fair, carat 77 of diamonds. I did not emphasize that enough. Maybe that's why this piece is still here. A carat 77 of your round and tapered baguette white diamonds. Now, if we were to price those tapered baguettes like they should be, then just for the diamonds, $19.99, you can maybe cover the cost of. Here, we're not just selling you loose diamonds to say, go ahead and set them however you want to set them. Here is an entire ring, a beautiful $2.98 opal in the center in solid platinum. Platinum, which by the way, heavier metal, you are going to feel it on your hand. But $19.99, this piece simply cannot stay Let's bring it back up close. I'll show you guys the tanzanite pendant. I'll just do a quick little flash of that one with the graphics, with the price, but look at this opal. It cannot stay here. This is one that I would definitely add to my collection. There's something about that green. Let me know. And then we have our $79.99 Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite Museum Reserve for another quick little recap here. So call me on my opal. Next up, just a quick little recap here in case you missed it. This is 1124081. This is something that the museum will eventually get if it does not sell. But $79.99 for a 1729 Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite that looks like this. VS diamonds all the way around it. A carat exactly. 18K white gold. This is truly a special piece. Guys, listen. Gifting season is going to be here very soon. We are already at the end of October. November will be here before you know it. And, it's always better to get the gifts ready now than wait until later, because if the museum does not get their hands on this one by that time, one of you should be holding on to it as a potential gift idea, because when you look at it against the hand, it's nice and all to gift, diamond studs, diamond band rings, even designer rings here and there, but to gift one of the absolute best Blue Wing Block D Tanzanites in the entire world. Guys, this is material that vendors from around the world follow us for, right? There are major trade shows that happen throughout the year. Every single time these vendors come to us and they're like, hey, I know you run a TV shopping network, and I know you have a business to, gotta sell it to your customers, but is there any chance we could get one? Doesn't have to be a large stone, it could be a smaller stone. They follow us around the world. Does not matter if it's in Tucson, Vegas, Hong Kong, right? Doesn't matter where it's at. We have people who follow us. And these vendors are also longtime collectors. They know the good stuff. And they're like, hey, for Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite, if we gotta pay you more, then we'll pay you more. But we just wanna have something in our collections as well, because we know that this is the absolute best that money can buy, right? Anything that's not Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite, you can find it, right? It's easy, just look it up, right? Just call up your, local jewelry store. Maybe they'll have it. Call a different network, right? No one else has Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite. This is where you get the absolute best of the best for the best value, $79.99 again. They can copy our single halo with diamonds down the bail design. They can copy our price per carat, but they cannot copy our museum reserve Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite. This is TVON exclusive. This is the only place you can get it. And I remember when I first started here, I had designed a Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite in a ring. It was an emerald cut stone. It had baguette and round yellow diamonds going down the sides. It was a wider band design, and I know who got it. And guess what? She sent me a picture. My ring next to a tanzanite ring from many, many years ago. And I was thinking, is that even the same stone? The other stone was a light lavender, right? It was more lavender than blue. And just like that, just from that one picture, I was like, wow, this is the difference of Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite from every other tanzanite out there. You can see the difference in quality. This stone right here will make every other tanzanite out there look washed out and pale in comparison. So here's where you can get it. $79.99, one collar and one collar only. This is what it looks like against the neckline. One more time here before it goes. Again, a beautiful size. I can see you wearing this with a bright red dress. I think it will look beautiful. I think bluing blocky tanzanite does not matter the color you're wearing it with. I think it will look great. But I'm just thinking, especially with the bright reds, it'll look absolutely stunning. Here's where you can get it, $79.99. Let's go back up close and take one last look at it before I bring up the emerald, and then finally our largest Russian demantoid in a ring here. But guys, this is absolutely stunning. You have to grab it. You have to get it. And if you get it and you do not like it for whatever reason, maybe it's too large, maybe it's too pretty, send it right on back. I do not mind, but you have to at least have a museum reserve in your collection. I know a lot of you guys have called and be like, oh, I have, 20 bluing blocky tanzanites from you guys, and museum reserves just got one, and it truly is the best piece in my entire bluing blocky collection. So here is where you got to get it. Call me on this one, and we are going to move right along to our emerald. And why, thank you, Sherry. I do like that opal. And believe me, if I could, I would absolutely have my own little collection of opals, but it is a beautiful opal, and I think it looks nice on anyone's hand, honestly. Opal is still here for $19.99. My bluing blocky museum reserve is still here, $79.99. Next up, we have 1125330. This is my Colombian emerald in a ring. Now I'm going to actually angle it a little bit off to the side here, because when you look at it from the center, beautiful stone, but when you look at it from the side, that is where you can see into the stone how bright and neon this piece still is, right? And let me actually run across and grab something to block a light with. This really makes me think of that one time I had that rhodochrosite. Do you remember that ring? The large ring, and the moment I blocked 2 of the lights, it just got so much better. Same thing applies here. Block 2 of the lights, you're not even looking into the center of the piece up until here, and it looks so much better, right? Here versus here. This again is very unnatural lighting. This is something that you have to go out of your way to recreate. But once you see it in person, you are going to see the true beauty of this Colombian emerald in a ring. I mean, is it supposed to do that? Absolutely not, but it is, right? That bright neon, I'll say it, kind of a blue Paraiba kind of look. And I think I have to mention this again, but because I said, blue flashes, does not mean that this emerald is going to be a blue color. I actually have a Russian demantoid as an example, but greens are made of 2 colors, blues and yellows. Emeralds in general do have a little bit more of that blue color to them, but that does not mean that it's going to be a bright blue stone. It's just going to be on the cooler side of the green spectrum. Now here is where I'm just going to flash the Russian demantoid behind it. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. So here's where you can kind of see the difference in what I mean by this is going to be on the cooler side of the greens, and this is going to be on the warmer side, because Russian demantoids do have more of the yellow as opposed to the blues. So again, just a quick little kind of color theory sort of lesson here, but that is what I mean by it's more of a bluish green, where we can see, like Paraiba-like flashes of color, as opposed to this, where you see a lot more of the yellows and even the reds and the oranges here. So just a slight little difference there, but both are beautiful green stones. Here's our emerald. $59.99, where it started at. This is where you can get one of the best, not 100% clean, but still, I mean, look at it, right? Not 100% clean, but it can do that, right? Any other emerald out there, it'll be included, even more included, to the point where you can't even see into the stone. Here is where I am blocking 2 of the lights, and look at what it is doing. It has turned even brighter. Even better, it's gone through many, many, many discounts, and it is no longer going to be even $29.99 today. This is a carat 66. It is absolutely not a small stone. This is beautiful. This is, in fact, a rather glowy, a rather attention-seeking piece. Is not even going to be $19.99 today, guys. White, yellow, or rose gold. I love it like it is in the yellow gold. Change it if you want to. Again, this is a perfect look. So you can see it's included. That's perfectly a-okay. That just tells you it is a natural gemstone. And then when you look at it from the front, wow, bam, brightness, right? Who turned up the lights here? From the back, you can see this stone is included. Now, this is typically what an included stone looks like from the back. I'm just thinking back to our Bicolor Tourmaline, our private collection Mandarin garnet. Can you see the difference here? Can you see the difference? But now this piece, still stunning, still deserves a loving home, still deserves to be worn every single day. And we are going to make it $1,888 to the very first caller who says, yes, I would like to take it, please, and thank you, because look at what it can do. A carat 66, but it is a powerful carat 66 stone, right? Once I put it on my hand, it doesn't turn into a bleak, dull green gemstone, right? It turns even brighter. This is once again why I love the emerald cuts. You look at it from here and it's like, oh yeah, that's a nice emerald. And once the light hits it, if this were a hazy stone, this would absolutely not be happening right now. But this, somehow it is on par with our emerald cut blue zircon, which naturally is a very dispersive stone. It's very bright, it's very reflective. And here, Colombian emerald, absolutely not expected. $18.88 on this one. Let me know if you would like to grab it. One caller and one caller only on this. And I'll reserve the last 10 minutes of our show to our largest Russian demantoid in a ring, but you gotta call me on this one. You know me, very particular with emeralds. I do not just grab and go with any emerald I see. It has to really draw my attention out, and this one absolutely did. $18.88. Call me now, and I'll be bringing out the largest Russian demantoid here in a moment. Blue wing block tanzanite pendant being verified as we speak. You do not want to miss out on that one. Do not want to miss out on the rubellite and green tourmaline earrings either. I like to dress very low-key, right? Not too many bright colors at once. I don't like attention being drawn to myself, but I would love to wear those earrings. They are so fun while being so subtle about it. Call me on the earrings. Call me on anything that is still here today on my Paraibas. My 4-carat Paraibas are still here, so call me on those. If you want me to talk to you after the end of the show, if you want pictures, just let me know, call me, but those simply cannot stay. Emeralds cannot stay either. Let me know on this one as well. And next up, we have 112-5425. This is the one and only piece in our entire inventory that has every single gemstone certified. That's right, every single diamond. The Russian demantoid, of course, certified, but every single diamond is GIA certified. Your center stone is GRS certified. This is our platinum 427 round Russian demantoid, 319 of your pear-shaped diamonds. Now, I could show you every single cert, but we will be over time for at least another hour. So we have a general range on the screen right here. But I will also just quickly go through every single diamond color and clarity. So we have DVS2, DVS1, DVS2, EVS2, EVS1, FVVS1, FVS1, FVS2, GVS2, and GVS2. Every single stone, every single diamond is VS or better. Every single diamond, D to G color. This is special. This is going to be 6 figures. This is $199,999, right? And here we go. Last time I had it, it was dropped all the way down to $100,000. And here is where I take it a step further. It's been a while since we've seen this. It was on a trip across the world. It came back, and it is here at a brand new discount for one person and one person only. This is the search for the center stone. So for all the diamonds, it's GIA search. For your Russian demantoid, it's going to be a GRS certification. 427, you have your measurements there. It is a vivid yellowish green, no indication of thermal treatment. It is a round, it is a brilliant faceted cut, and it is from Russia. This is beautiful. The cert, the diamond certs, the ring, everything about this piece is beautiful. Take a look at it one more time. Now, I'm gonna price it, and I understand it's going to, still be high up there, but if you wanna talk to me after the show on this one, please do not hesitate. Don't just think, man, that's it, okay? So talk to me. I'll do some nagging for you. I'll call management and say, hey, listen, someone's interested in the largest Russian demantoid we've ever had, and we'll do some talking, okay? I promise you that. Now, with all that being said, if you would like this, our largest Russian demantoid in TVON history, a beautiful stone. Take a look at it from the side here. Beautifully set. Everything about this piece is just perfect. The cut is perfect. The color is perfect. The size is perfect. The mounting is perfect. The design is perfect. The diamonds are pretty much perfect. We are going to make this entire ring right here, right now, $88,888. Why not? Brand new discount on this one. I wish that said 88 million, but 88,888 on this one. Call me, talk to me. We will talk about this piece for as long as we need to. But this is simply one of those pieces that you do not see every single day. You will not see every single day. How long has it been since the last time we saw a large Russian demantoid? It's been a while. And by the way, what we have is what we have. Nothing new is coming in, right? How rare is it in today's day and age to see even a 1 carat stone? We simply do not have it. Take a look at this one on the hand. I mean, just look at it, right? It is absolutely stunning. Where did the platinum band go? It disappeared. This is perfection. This is something that, I would not be surprised if you loaned out to a museum. This is something that the museum would probably love to have on display. Now you can get it. Now it's no longer 6 figures. Here is where you call me, talk to me. We will talk about this piece. And this piece will go. I believe in it. It will go. That's what it looks like from the side as well. So the stone is not set out of the ring at all, which I think is perfect. I think it's perfect how all the diamonds just kind of slowly but surely lead up into the center, into your 427 Russian demantoid. Guys, this is going to be a part of TVON history. The largest ever Russian demantoid, 427. It does not get any better than this, except for here. So call me, and we'll bring it back up close for one last look. Again, Paraibas, both of them still here. My opal ring with the greens and the blues and the reds and the yellows and the pinks and the purples, still here as well. Some pieces are still available. My blue wing block D tanzanite pendant for $79.99, available as well. My Trapiche emerald necklace, an entire necklace with 19 stones, is still here for $99.99. I remember when that piece was over $10,000, and I was like, I'm not surprised that it's at that price. And now under $10,000, still here. I'm a little bit surprised. So quite a few pieces here. High-end museum pieces, absolutely, but marked down. That is the thing. We do not just, take a piece and say, oh yeah, a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there, right? These are pieces that we seriously take into consideration when we discount them. We really want someone to have them, and now here you can, right? From Paraiba to museum reserve blue and black tanzanites to Trapiche emeralds to our largest Russian demantoid, you can now call me and say, I'll take it, or if you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it with you. And you can quite literally have one of these pieces in your hand in the next couple of days. So, thank you for joining me. My name is Joyce, and I will be back with you guys next Friday online, same place, same time. And this weekend is going to be a very special weekend show. You do not want to miss it. So don't forget to tune in. Lauren will be back with you guys tomorrow and Sunday and Monday as per usual on TV Online. All of our information is on our website, tvon.com. And 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll be here. Do not miss out. And I'll see you guys next Friday. So let's take a look at our largest Russian demantoid one last time. Again, pieces do go after the fact. It has happened. It does happen. And, they go right after the show. Someone calls in early tomorrow and say, hey, hoping that this piece is still here. And unfortunately, it did sell. So I don't want you guys to be thinking about these pieces overnight. Call in tomorrow ready to go and then find out that it's gone. So call me now. We will be here for a couple minutes after the end of the show. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys back here next Friday. Have a good night, guys.